Hello, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle Vancouver by Night Delve into Darkness. As a warning, this is a mature game and it explores some dark and troubling themes. These may include body horror, gore, violence, loss of character agency, gaslighting, mind control, and many others. Our players have discussed consent and boundaries, and we collectively avoid situations that may be triggering. The players will always let me know if anything becomes uncomfortable by using yellow and red cards in our private chat. If you as a viewer ever feel uncomfortable or triggered, please pause and step away. Our streams are going to be available on YouTube after the game, and you can always come back to them when you feel ready, or you can skip ahead to the next one. It's totally up to you. So, first, I would like to thank our sponsor, Mikhail Artoria, of Artoria Designs, who creates these beautiful dice boxes. Please visit him on Instagram, and I'll throw that up in the chat, and he might actually be in the chat. He's rocking like 99% now. So go over there if you want to get one of these coffin dice boxes. He also makes storyteller screens. He also makes dice towers. Grab some of those and throw some money his way. And Martlet Games. Martlet Games is a collective of TTRPG veterans ready to work for you. From actual play production to tabletop game development, they're a one-stop shop for all your creative needs. Investing in the World of Darkness streaming community is what helps keep channels like this online and thriving, and they greatly appreciate any love you can share. Their Patreon link will be in the chat. If you want to throw them a couple of bucks, it helps everybody. And go over to their Twitch, they would go over to their YouTube, click like, click subscribe, so you help them out. And Dogmite Games. Dogmite Games is the best gaming company you've never heard of. They combine craftsmanship with artistry to create truly unique pieces of functional art for your game, from dice boxes and rolling trays to fully sculpted Valhalla screens for GMs. Each piece is created on-site in the workshop in Michigan by a dedicated team of craftsmen. And I've got the Gangrel one for everybody. And if you happen to have a dry erase marker, like I do, you can go, what happened to Giancarlo? Oh my god, no. Is it no, though? Might not be no. Might be a, okay, Giancarlo, that's fine. Now it is time to introduce our vampires. Let's start up in the, where am I pointing? That way. Up in the upper left-hand corner with Joanna.
Hello, my name is Joanna. My pronouns are she, her, and I will be playing Abigail, also she, her, your techie Tremere, who apparently, given all of the situations that are going on, will really need to start watching Doctor Who again because wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey.
And Prince.
Hey everybody, I'm Prince, aka Dimples and Dice around the internet. I am playing your friendly neighborhood Banu Hakim Assassin, Jack Cato. Both of our pronouns are he, him, and what Joanna said. Timey-wimey, wibbly wobbly.
And Mike.
Hi, Mike, he, him. I will be playing Mordecai, also he, him. Don't know if we're going to be hunting anymore, Sabbat.
Why not?
I mean, it's the last game of the season, so.
I mean, we could have the entire next season be all Sabbat hunting.
Let's put a pin in that.
Don't even pretend to offer that to all these serial Diablerists. Don't even do that.
I still got some humanity.
Me too.
There's still some to spare, isn't
not
it?
give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm at 5. Let's we can make that go down lower.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm still at 7. I have a ways to go.
Jeez.
We
Yeah,
gotta
I'm
get
at
you
6.
caught up, Abigail.
I'm at 6.
Abigail.
Squishy people.
Oh,
Yeah, you're like 5 Diableries away from having
I
to
know.
worry about it, really.
You're just mad because I can wake up earlier than you.
Listen, I need my beauty sleep.
Why hasn't it worked?
Oh.
the shade.
Oh, I bought a suit.
hold on.
I bought a suit so you can help me with this.
Ooh,
Man, I didn't think I had any La Sombra in this
ooh,
coterie.
that was delicious.
Sarah.
Hello, my name is Sara, and I will be playing Jude Duncan, the brawling and boomsticking Tremere. I'm happy that I saved a bunch of changelings. I mean, I assume my esteem with them is just going through the roof, so I just can't wait until I can call in some kind of favor from them. That's what I'm looking forward to. And yeah, looking forward to whatever goes down.
And Cliff.
Happy time zone, people. I'm Cliff. I'm playing Duran Giovanni this evening. Both of our pronouns for both of us are he, him. And after having a fine and filling meal of dragon's breath rounds to the chest and face, I am prepared to go out into the city and see what other butt can be kicked because I'm tired of it being mine.
That's true. And I am Storyteller Steve. I am he, him, or they just yell storyteller at me and then I respond and tell them to roll some dice. Either way, when last we saw our intrepid coterie, they were helping out the changelings who they had met in previous episodes with regards to their kind of Nefandi problem and their Sabbat problem a little bit. And then they, dropped some things that killed people and shot things, stabbed things, punched things, shot things some more, slashed things with swords. Pretty much a standard run-of-the-mill game for this particular coterie. And this is our season finale. So I will probably have some surprises. And just as an extra warning, there's likely going to be a bit more body horror in this one. So if that's not your thing, that's totally cool. You might want to come back for the next season. There's probably going to be a lot less body horror in that one.
You just said we could kill one to Sabbat all season.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it's going to be like as much body horror as I've had in like the last 2 episodes.
Right.
So when last we saw them, they were on their way, I believe, to the Fairmont to see the cousin of Duran Giovanni, who had been anticipated showing up for practically the entire season after getting a phone call, and it was revealed at the tail end of the last episode, spoilers, that Giancarlo had in fact made it to the city, but soon after had gone missing. So we're going to pick that up. It's up to you all if you want to pick it up like right after the tossing things behind you explosion going off, cool walking away slow motion, or just arriving at the Fairmont itself.
I kind of like just arriving there personally.
All right.
Kind of get into a new scene.
So speaking of new scene, every buff that you've had via the blood has worn off officially. So if you want to buff other stuff, now would probably be the time. I say that as Joanna has started already rolling dice.
Any chance that any of us grabbed a snack between Cool Guys Don't Look at Explosions and Hotel?
That I will allow, yeah.
Okay.
Whatever your particular feeding preferences was, I'll have you guys.
Easy for an alley cat in this situation, I would imagine.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a virtual smorgasbord out there. It's like a
Exactly.
charcuterie tray.
So down to hunger 1 then?
Yes, I will allow the hunger one because I know what's coming.
Oh, goody. Excellent.
What
Bueno.
does that mean exactly? Can I get some storyteller clarification?
No.
Well, I just wrote 3 successes.
Okay.
So I have prowess up. My sword is doing cool shit. You'll see. Which causes 2 rouse checks, but I'm prepared. Oh, and I've roused my dex.
Okay.
I
Abigail.
also I also razzed my dex, but I failed, so I'm back to 2 again. Dang it.
I did not get hungrier. This Banu Hakim dice has done me well on my first 3 rolls.
There you go.
I did
Go get some Banu
strength,
Hakim dice from Level Up Dice, everybody.
all 8s, strength, dex, and stamina, because those are my weakest. And that means that my stamina will put my health level temporarily up, right?
Yes,
Yep,
that is correct.
Okay,
Everything goes up
perfect.
by 2, and so does your health. Jude, you here? Hey.
You got something to say?
Yeah. You should probably eat someone at this point. I don't know. Probably not.
I
Sabbat,
just
though.
did. I
No,
just
you
did, but
should
I need
probably-
extra power,
Probably
so
do it again.
I mean, we have our pick. It'll be done before you know it.
You sure?
I mean, who knows? I mean, you've had a front seat to this action the past couple of nights. I have no idea what we could be walking into here.
And just for storyteller clarification, this is all in your head?
Yeah, not
Okay.
speaking out loud. I don't think at
Cool.
2 I would be that out of control yet.
Not yet. Your
Not yet.
humanity is way too high for that. We gotta lower that down a little bit.
Mm.
Mordecai, how you doing?
I got 1 fail on the rousing of the physicals.
So, for
I'm just
my
trying to
notes-
figure out where and how far away the Fairmont. It's the Fairmont waterfront, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah, of course it is. Just nowhere near my shit.
No.
Okay.
Your phone still hasn't buzzed at all, letting you know it could be good news. I don't know. The Germans say no news is good news, right? So
They were told to buzz in, so it's not good news. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna have to do this slumming thing and grab some random from a dark alley, I guess.
that's fair enough. So that'll
When in
bring
Rome.
you down to 1 hunger, or
Yeah, I guess so.
before
Get 1
that-
per.
Before that happens, you hear Mordecai.
F.
You should eat someone.
Of course I should eat someone.
You should probably.
You think I've
not.
been doing?
Stop eating other kindred. It's not working.
Do you have an alternative?
Humans.
Yeah.
The Masquerade's wide open at this point. You don't even have to worry about it. Just grab somebody and drain them dry and leave it at that.
Trying to be good.
Try harder.
I am trying. Don't need you whispering in my ear to try to kill people. What would Grandpappy say? It's not a. You think I should go down the road of Margaret?
Haven't you already?
Not yet. I'm just wondering. I was looking for your advice.
Your diablerie would seem to suggest otherwise.
But there's always that one little edge, that one little step, that last little jump.
And that's the last you hear of that for the evening.
Good talk.
And she likes to get the last word in. So everyone is just arriving at the Fairmont. For Mordecai, just to clarify, which powers did you spend the blood on, or which attributes?
Oh, physicals,
All 3 of them.
prowess, and charisma. I got really lucky. I only rolled 1 failure.
That's a lot of wow. All right, cool. So you're just coming up to the Fairmont.
Now,
And
as
there's-
we're walking, I'm going to assume that as it's a new scene, Jonathan has left my body.
Yes. I don't know about you, but I'm out of here.
And does he just completely depart? Because I'm going to try to say, hey, you might want to stick around. We can arrange a few things.
Yeah, but I gotta get back to my thing. That was kind of a little bit draining for me.
See, for me as well. But your thing, I can help you with that thing. It is called a fetter. And it is something that we can manipulate on this side. We can protect. We can put it aside so no one else can get it. If they break it or mess with it, all sorts of bad things happen. You might want to stick with me for a bit and then show me where this is afterwards, after we find my uncle, and then I will assist you. It is what we do, teaching.
Well, is this guy always with you? And he's pointing to your other ghost.
Bartholomew?
Yeah.
See, he is. Most of my family have like 24. I only like the ones I like.
I really gotta go now, though, because I can't really. I gotta rest or whatever it is. The thing where you.
See, you know Vancouver.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell him. Like, I'll find him, and then I'll tell him where.
Find him or blah blah address. Go there, hang around there, and I will find you because that is my place.
All right.
And of course, I am talking out loud to absolutely nothing as we're walking up the street. Bueno, I thank you, Jonathan, for your assistance. I will look forward to seeing you later.
All right.
It's weird that I've gotten used to this.
So without him, I would be in great amounts of pain right now. As it is, well, the other guy looked worse. Particularly after you were done with him, Senor Cato. See.
I do what I can.
And you do it well.
Storyteller, I would like to sense the unseen upon the approach to the hotel here.
Probably a good idea.
Yep.
Same.
And I'm going to use Oblivion Sight because, you know.
Give me the rolls for the sensing of the unseen and Oblivion Sight.
I am gonna rouse my wits after some consideration. Dang it! I failed again. No.
And that's 3 hunger you're at now.
That's yeah.
Hey.
Sorry about that.
It's actually, sense the unseen. Is that a rouse check?
No, sense the unseen isn't rouse yet, but I wanted to
right.
rouse my wits, so
You were rousing wits,
I would
yeah.
have more to work with here in my pool because it's a little bit smaller than I'd like.
Hey, you're getting really hungry here. You should probably eat someone or something.
I'm sure there'll be an opportunity. I'm sure there will. It's fine.
So you keep saying.
Well, I need to be at my maximum potential right now. I have no idea what's going to happen.
Why don't you just run back to Cassandra?
I mean, again, you have had a front seat, so you see that she sent me all those dead roses. I'm pretty sure she hates my motherfucking guts.
You could probably patch
So,
things up. or
problem
whatever.
solved. Problem solved. Wait, hold on. You want me to patch things up? I'm so confused. Don't
No,
play
I
games
don't.
with me.
I don't.
You know, it's so funny because you played these games all the time when we were together, and you know what? No,
This
we're not
isn't
getting
out
into
loud,
that.
right?
This is not out loud.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna reserve that for 4 and 4, I think. So maybe later.
Once she gets up to a hangry stage, that's when she starts
Yeah, then
yelling.
I'll start yelling at her. Yeah.
3 successes for Sense the Unseen.
3 successes.
Same for
3
me, actually.
3 for everybody. All right.
Ow.
So, the 2 of you would sense the unseen up. You blink a few times, your supernatural senses heighten, and you take a look at the hotel, and seems not really anything going on in the main lobby-ish area. It looks like occasionally you can kind of see something that seems like it was blood that was there, but it is not there anymore, quote unquote. Kind of like a black light type situation where it's just like it was hastily wiped away, but there's still like traces that you can see of supernatural blood. And for Duran, you see that there's a bunch of kind of specters kind of roaming around, like the person that you saw when you were in the Wraithlands that had their mop and they were mopping away, and then they would kind of flutter a little bit, and then they would be back where they were before, and they were just continually mopping. And there's like a bellhop that's like rushing out the front door to pick up some specter like luggage and rush it in, and then they disappear.
Well, this looks disturbingly normal. It is what I
Yeah.
expected to see. I'm thinking we should go inside, but not to the ballroom.
Not the ballroom.
Not the the
It's
ballroom
too
was where we
soon.
first ran into.
Too soon.
Duran, do you know which room
You just-
Giancarlo was supposed to be in?
No, but it would be under his name, so we just ask at the front desk.
Wait,
So-
you literally got your mentor
Well, it
A-
would be
a-
one of the nicer rooms. I got him as
in the
suite.
same hotel as
C.
ashtray guy.
C. I thought he would enjoy the company. It would
He's
give
our
him
friend
someone to
now.
talk with.
We're
See?
friends now. We're friends.
Exactly.
He helped us. I saw it.
See,
So why not the ballroom?
there's a point you do not push your friends. I think we go in and take care of our business, and we don't necessarily have to go say hello.
Agreed.
I don't wish to upset anyone by
You
sticking
don't
my
think he's not going
nose
to know
in.
we're here?
Oh, he might, but we're out front and then upstairs. Easy enough to ignore, perhaps, if we just make it our business. We go in, we see if Giancarlo has checked in. All I know is he has arrived in the city and no one has heard a thing. We don't even know if he made it here from the airport. I hope we don't have to go to the airport.
Pausing for a second. I have 7 successes on my willpower roll for using remote access.
Okay.
And that means that I can use 7 of my intelligence and tech. So I'm going to actually see if I can, without going up to the computer, just basically read off of it to see what room Giancarlo's in and to see if he's checked in.
There's one small problem.
Computer's off.
You have
Computer's
no
dead.
idea
Computer's broken.
what Giancarlo looks like.
No, but his name would be in there.
Mhm.
And the
Okay.
computer
Booked.
registry.
It would have
Okay.
been booked under Giancarlo Giovanni.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I thought you were accessing the like security
The
cameras. and
cameras?
It's like,
No,
sure, you
no,
can
no,
do
no.
that. No problem.
It's
like a
early.
whole bunch
I'm
of
going to blow a
people wander back and
willpower.
forth.
It's early. I'm going to blow a willpower. That is 3 successes.
3 successes. There's no like there's a registration for Giancarlo in the computer, but it seems like he checked in and he hasn't actually left yet.
Can I see the key card access or anything like that? Like,
Yeah.
so that's it. He's supposed to still be in his room.
Yes.
Okay.
I guess I can't ask a question because this is Abigail's thing.
Well,
Sorry.
I'm gonna relay this to everybody. And then if anybody has any suggestions of anything else that they want to read off of this, while I'm still remotely accessing, I'll be relaying this. So it looks like Giancarlo did check in. I I don't think
bueno.
he's really left. He's only used his key card to access the room and nothing else. So I don't know that there's anything else that we can do other than go up to the room. Unless, does anybody else have any suggestions as to what you want to know about this?
I was
Any-
just wondering if there was anything on his bill besides the room charge.
Oh, good question. Spicy, isn't it?
See.
Storyteller, should I roll again, or is
Just
the
looking for clues.
No, you'd
Yeah.
be able
Carlos
to.
watching them films.
That's not what I mean. That's not it. Dang it, you guys. That's not what I meant.
We're rated M for mature, everybody. I already warned you. so-
Necromantic Nurses 3.
I mean, there you go.
There's like
Storyteller?
Stories know all.
yeah, there's a bunch of pay-per-views like Dawn of the Dead, Diary of the Dead.
Oh, this
Oh,
is
good,
taking
good.
me.
He's going through the family history.
That's nice. Good for John Carlo.
For what he ordered like kind of a standard breakfast type thing
Okay.
to be brought up. You're
Nothing else?
guessing that he doesn't eat, so it's probably some kind of maintaining the masquerade type thing.
Or he has a ghoul with him.
Or
he's
he might have
traveling with
a-
retainers. See.
Yeah. So Abigail relays that as well.
Okay, well, that's something. So, I mean, I guess you're right. The only other thing is to just try to go find him.
See. We'll go up and knock on the door.
Yeah, and I'll relay what room number it was and stuff like that.
So when we go into the lobby, does it look like the hotel has been untouched, or I mean, with everything going on in the city,
There's no one in the lobby.
no one.
Nobody's behind the desk. Nobody's in the lobby. Just the odd supernatural blood thing that
Okay.
Jude and Abigail can see. And all right, so tuck shop.
Yes, so there is a kind of a tuck shop with not just, it's a high-end hotel. It's one of the CP hotels, CN hotels. So it's got, it's used to rich people, so it would have, the bathrobes and shirts and pants and high-end Gucci stuff and
Yes.
probably some Hugo Boss in there. Yay! un momento, por favor. And I'm just straight into the tuck shop. Is there an attendant in there?
There's not.
You can just leave some cash on the counter,
You
Duran.
can just take it. No one will care.
Or
I
don't.
do not carry cash, but I will be in touch with them later once everything has settled down. And I'm going to dig around and a shirt, and now I just need see where there they are. Boring. Blue, brown. Wait.
Well,
Is Lucille Ball. I need this tie. This tie comes with me.
Wow, it's
But-
very photorealistic.
See,
but it's Gucci, isn't that below you?
it is Lucille Ball. That is not below. Do you know what kind of an incredible woman this was from?
Oh,
from New York
I
State?
don't doubt that. I'm just saying the brand. I mean, you're
Brand loyalty.
I will tolerate it in order to have
Okay.
Lucille Ball upon my chest.
Yeah, because now Duran is bowling. Isn't that what the kids say?
No.
Are they still doing that? No.
I have no idea what that means, but that's okay.
No.
I have a shirt and a tie now, and I will put them on when I get the chance to clean up. And I'll kind of stop and look at one of the makeup mirrors and just go, oh, see. Not the best first impression to give Giancarlo, but these things, they happen. And
We're in a unique situation, Mr. Duran. Or Giovanni.
see,
Duran.
this
I'll
is a
eventually get these right.
right. So grab a bottle of water out of the fridge there and go, I will owe them for water too. This is
That's some expensive water.
At least it's
Sounds-
not sparkling water, because that would be really strange to use on my face. It would not. Wow. I would recommend not eating flame, because that is just not a fun thing.
I would not recommend it either. That was a bold move.
Well, I hoped I could take it, and if it got past me into one of you, I would be very upset with myself, and I was already upset with that thing. So, but we took care of that thing, so it does not matter so much. So that is okay.
So we're probably
I will
go upset more things then.
see. We will go and upset more things and make them look like shit. This time I am not sucking back a face full of dragon's breath, though. We will make sure with normal bullets that we can shoot it first. And if we can't, then I will use my boots. Well, these shoes are not quite made for stomping the way other people's are, but I'll see what I can do.
Stomping, maybe not, but are they made for walking? Ha ha. Ha ha.
See, I enjoy you people so much that I can even let the puns go by. I will even accept the puns.
We try.
Ah, the smell of burnt flesh. It reminds me of my. Never mind. Let us go upstairs and.
Mind you, what now?
What? Never mind. What floor is Giancarlo checked in on?
The 14th.
The 14th.
Ah, bueno. I had hoped that they would give him that one. We had a choice of 3, but that is the one that I favored the most when I made the reservation. Shall we go to the elevator and see that it works? Because I do not feel like walking up 14 floors.
Certainly.
So, head to the elevator.
Yeah.
The elevators do seem to be working.
Dude, we'll push the up button. Dude.
And eventually an elevator comes down. I believe it's 3 elevators that are adjacent to each other. The one comes down, doors open. Nothing necessarily seems amiss, except to the 2 people who have sensed the unseen. This elevator's been fucked up.
Odd. The blood usually gets off at the second.
Well,
Can you explain what that?
Well,
what does that mean exactly?
For everybody else, it looks like an elevator. It's like, fine, all right,
okay,
cool, let's walk in. But the 2 of you basically see like kind of it looks like somebody has supernaturally been bled in here on the walls, and it's been like hastily kind of cleaned up. But you can tell that there's definitely like traces and kind of streaks of supernatural blood that have been in here.
Well, somebody had an interesting time in the elevator. We probably shouldn't stay in here for very long.
Why?
No, we shouldn't.
Well, Jude, would you say they are splashes artistically made of blood everywhere?
Yeah, something like that. Hotel when they go in on like a reality show with the black light and it's like, and there's all sorts of scary stuff on the bed. It's apply that to this elevator, except supernatural blood instead of yeah.
What does supernatural blood mean exactly?
Like our blood.
Clear.
We know
like
it's
blood of a vampire.
So how come I can't see it?
Because it's been like hastily tried to be clean, and my auspex is letting and Abigail's auspex is letting us see it. Basically.
Oh, so your auspex is like a black light. So you
Yeah,
probably
kind
shouldn't
of.
go into any of the hotel rooms.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna have a choice. Listen, I made my peace with it. I can take a shower. It's okay.
storyteller.
Yo.
I have the leap power, etc. of potence as well. I'm taking the stairs. I was going to basically take them like a half or flight at a time.
Soaring leap.
Yep.
All right.
Hustle my way up the stairs. Full commando mode, basically checking up, downs, gun out.
All right. So the first one to arrive on that particular floor is Mordecai. How are you approaching the floor?
I know which one they actually tried to go up in. Are they called down?
It's the only elevator that's moving.
Oh, is it moving?
Yeah, it's moving
Okay.
up. It's probably around the 10th floor by the time you
Because I
get
didn't
up to the top.
think to ask what actual number the room was.
I'm going to.
You did
Duran's going to switch over the the MP3 player, reach in the pocket, flip it over to little Bobby Darin Mac the Knife, because it's just that kind of mood.
Understandable.
Anything in this hallway?
Are you opening the door?
To
The hallway?
Oh, yeah, sure.
When you open the door to the hallway, there's a massive amount of carnage and fighting.
Fighting?
Fighting.
Fuck.
And someone is going to notice you and take a couple of swipes at you.
Oh wait, so Mordecai didn't come with us in the elevator?
No.
He went up the stairs.
Soaring
I went up the
leaped
stairs.
Oh,
stairs.
okay. Sorry,
You guys said that
Got-
there's some
I-
weird mojo shit in the elevator, so I'm like, all right, fuck it.
okay, gotcha.
See you, peeps.
So somebody is coming
Good
at
luck.
you with a lead pipe.
Block it.
Sure. Give me in Dex and Athletics.
Uh, 4?
You get hit with a lead pipe.
Cool.
You take a superficial damage.
Whoa.
And ding, you're at the 11th floor.
Abigail gets sick of the music, pulls her
What am I-
headphones out of her backpack, and starts listening to Cirque du Soleil.
What am I looking at? What's my assailant look like? What am I?
It just looks like a leather jacket clad
Fuck's sake.
street tough.
Quick scan of the room or the hall. What am I?
There's fighting going on. There's people getting dragged from rooms.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Yep.
Okay. Am I in line of sight of the elevator?
Yes.
That's going to be coming up?
Yeah, because it would
Okay.
the stairs would probably be like right beside the elevator.
Okay. Grab this clown.
Bank of elevators.
What's that over there?
You gotta grab him first.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna hit you with the lead pipe again.
Sweet. But I get my strength and brawl into this one, though. Anyway, I can sneak in a specialty.
What's the specialty?
Dirty fighting.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
That's a lot of dice. 10.
Yeah, you grab him.
Cool.
Are you grabbing him
I
to
want-
do damage, or are you grabbing him?
I want to basically grab him by the scruff of the shirt, smack him in the face once, and then throw him through the doors of the elevator.
Which elevator?
The one that's coming up. As soon as it opens. Basically, as soon as it goes ding,
That's gonna be in like 2 rounds time, give or
Oh.
take. Because they're at 11 now. They
I'll
gotta
just
get-
I'll give him another punch then. I don't know.
All right. Yeah,
Rest.
his face is kind of messed up, so he's gonna try to hit you with the lead pipe again.
Seven.
He hits you with the lead pipe again.
Nice. Stop it.
Jesus.
So that is another superficial damage.
Yep.
You've done like 5 to him though, so it's fine. And ding, 12th level. Your 12th floor.
God damn. Eat this fucking elevator. So slow.
It's like 6 seconds.
Get on. Get on.
Abigail
that.
has a
Your elevators are
conversation
too
with Abigail has a conversation with Jude. She puts the headphones on Jude and she says, next time that Cirque du Soleil is in town, you and I must go. If you haven't seen them yet, they are absolutely fantastic. It's quite coordinated, almost kindred-like. And the music is fantastic. Hey, listen.
Yeah. I like it. I've never seen that. That'll be
Everybody just
fun.
standing there, the music. Do, 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 do.
You guys are smart though. I didn't remember to bring any like earbuds or anything so I could listen to cool music. You were really prepared, you and Duran.
Headphones are always in my backpack because elevators have bad music.
And Jai's just like flicking his throwing knives between his fingers.
This is the board elevator. Da-da-da.
Yeah. I'm quietly singing Mac the Knife to myself.
So what are you doing, Mordecai?
I'm gonna take his toy away from him.
He's gonna hit you with it again. You're fully capable of having this if you want.
I what? Huh?
Because he's gonna hit you with it.
Hey, 7. Isn't he at like penalty now because I've beaten the fuck out of him already?
That is with the penalty. You basically kind of bounce off of each other. Like you still got him, but his like strike.
I'm just trying to like stop it!
Yeah.
Stop fucking hitting me!
Ding, 12th.
It was 12 last
Oh
time.
wait, 13. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, a little bit.
There is
closer.
no 13th floor.
There is in this particular elevator.
What?
So yeah, some buildings have them, some buildings don't. I was gonna ask that question too. God, stop.
That's my reaction is 13. What the fuck?
No, for you it's like ding and 12th, and then there's a long pause.
Ah.
And he's gonna hit you again.
Fucking belt him. Fuck it. Out of this crap. Nine.
You hit him,
Cool.
but you don't. It's kind of a glancing blow.
That's all right.
And ding,
Set up.
the elevator doors are opening.
Bruh. Heads
Okay,
up.
so we see.
You see Mordecai about pitch somebody at you guys.
Heads up.
And beyond Mordecai, when his shoulder goes down and you can kind of see a little bit over him, there's like carnage going on in this particular floor. There's people getting dragged from rooms. There's people feeding on other people. It looks like probably about 5 vampires or so are in this hallway that are just trying to fuck shit up.
Very quick glance. Do I recognize any of them as being family members? All
Nope.
leather jacket sorts.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, sweet. So strength, dex, and stamina all go up. A lot of humans, so I can't do that shit. Damn it.
Yeah.
Fortitude is good, rousing for toughness, and I failed my rouse for prowess, so I'm a little hungrier.
Duran.
See, as I'm walking out of the elevator, and I'm just walking with intent towards the first vampire I see. See,
I'm literally
Padre,
throwing one
I
at
am
you.
going after your cousin. So you can help or shut up.
It's also your cousin Duran. Why would you
No,
put him
he-
in such
He's
low
Mio
class
Zio.
establishment?
He is my uncle, and we will talk about where I am putting him up later.
Unacceptable.
Literally
Always
throwing one to
acceptable.
you.
This place has room service right here in the frickin' hallway.
So Mordecai's throwing a kindred at you.
The kindred that Mordecai is throwing, Abigail sees it coming and just reacts with Scorpion's touch. 4 successes. Just
Little
Nice.
or
nibble.
actually, you know what? Just bites the lip and spits.
So, is everybody getting out of the way from the back of the elevator towards? Yeah. So you all kind of go. I'll do the take half just for thematic purposes, and then Abigail kind of spits on him, and he kind of crumples on the back of the elevator, tries to get up, and then Abigail spits at him, and then he's just like.
I don't
Go ahead.
know why Mordecai would just throw him at us. Little bit rude. Anyway, let's go.
I just assumed somebody would be roused.
Duran,
here you go.
what does Giancarlo look like?
Large and well dressed.
Okay,
Of
all
which
right.
no one in the particular hallway is either
Not
of those
these.
things. So it's kind of like a split hallway where you walk out of the elevator. There's a way to go right, way to go left, and there's a way to go straight forward. So this particular hallway, from Abigail getting the room, etc., would be straightforward that you would be going.
Now, is there fighting to the left and right?
There is, but it's kind of like further down the hallway.
Oh, it's time for Ja to go to work then.
See, Senor Cato, if you could clear the sides. I don't want any vampires who are not us left up here.
Done.
And I have actually something kind of unusual I'd like to do, storyteller.
I like unusual.
Okay, so Jude, instead of joining the fracas here, I would like to use incorporeal passage.
Incorporeal passage.
Incorporeal, thank you very much. So my intent is to basically just move through all of this toward Giancarlo's room. And then I don't have to like have a key card. I can just pass through the wall. So what Jude will do then is she'll like kind of very quickly dig in one of her cargo pants pockets. She'll take out just a tiny little mirror, just this big. And she'll kind of like just take 1 second, go, bites her wrist, spills the blood on the mirror, chants a couple of words under her breath, and steps on it with her boot so it breaks. And then I make a ritual roll. So I believe that's intelligence and blood sorcery.
That would be intelligence, blood sorcery, yes.
Okay, so would rouse, but I don't think it's a good idea.
I think it's a great idea.
No. It's okay. Intelligence is my best one. Here we
Ghost
go.
Jude goes drifting past, bitching at her beast.
I'm just making sure. See, this is what I don't understand. If the roll is a win, what constitutes a win?
Like any successes, pretty much.
Any amount of successes?
Yeah.
Okay. I got 4.
Yeah, that's more than enough.
Okay,
Easily done.
I assume an incorporeal form as long as I hold a shard from the broken mirror. So when I broke it, I bent down to hold a shard.
Yep.
Immune to everything except fire, sunlight, and arcane weapons and rituals capable of damaging spirits. So as soon as I turn incorporeal, I'm basically going directly toward the room number that I got from Abigail.
Through the hallway, or are you like ducking through the other rooms that would lead there?
I mean, I'm going as fast as I can, so I'm thinking I'm passing through the walls and whatever objects are.
Okay. Yeah.
Just going straight there.
The fastest point, or fastest way between 2 points is a straight line. So yeah, Jude just kind of melds into the wall, closer to where all of you are on the hallway.
Okay.
Ja,
so yeah,
you going left or right?
Which way did you go?
Jude just walked kind of on an angle.
Yes.
And then just disappeared into the wall.
Then left.
To the left? All right. So it only looks like there may be one vampire left here. It kind of looks like they cleared out to a kind of left and right hallways and then decided to move down the hallway that is the main one that Duran is going towards. So this one's going to take a jump at you.
I'm actually going to try to stealthily come down this hallway. Because I'm doing some ninja shit.
All right. Dex and stealth.
Okay, well, I'm not going to be stealthy down this hallway. That's bestial failure. Yeah, that was all failures and a big old skull.
So you're going to get a little hungrier. As you're trying to stealthily move down the hallway, you actually hear in the back of your mind, like, hey! And that kind of throws you off a little bit. You kind of like stumble and like elbow one of the vases that are on the little table. It kind of falls over and smashes. It's like, yeah, oh, we had another vote. We think you should definitely not eat any Sabbat. But
it's a bad fucking time.
There's plenty of people around here that you can eat. That's all I'm saying. And the other kindred is jumping at you now that you've made a bunch of noise. In theory, they're jumping at you. Yeah, that was 3 successes. So they're just kind of, if you want to dodge, Dex and Athletics. Or if you want to attack them before they get to you, it'll be whatever roll you want to do.
Yes, that's what I want to do. I want to do that one.
You have read my mind. I want to stab.
I'm going to blow a willpower here. Actually, that's what I'm gonna do. So that's gonna be 5 successes plus my skill stat. That makes that a 9.
Yeah, you kind of like they. How would you stab? Like describe that particular situation.
Oh.
If they're kind of doing like a dive tackle towards you.
They're doing the jump. I'm just going to slide under and catch them through the air. Just disembowel a little bit.
Yeah, there's a little bit of stuff goes everywhere, essentially, and they kind of fall over and kind of roll in like a heap where they would have landed with you.
Jack casually just keeps walking down the hall.
There doesn't seem to be much else here. Mordecai and Abigail, what are you doing?
Has Duran done whatever he needs to do already, or?
Duran is heading down the hallway towards the fracas.
Okay. I'm gonna head down towards the fracas as well.
Okay, going with Duran. Excellent. Yeah. Mordecai.
Anything else around me?
There is. Ja just went down the left hallway and started cutting apart some poor unfortunate shovelhead. And there's another shovelhead that's kind of down the right hallway, and then there's the fracas directly in front of getting off the elevator.
Well, I'm on the opposite side of. I come out of it.
Sorry?
Where am I in relation to the fracas? Because I threw the dude at the elevator. So.
Yeah, that was basically kind of in front of the elevator.
Okay.
So you tossed him into the elevator, and then you have like the option of either going with Ja, who seems to have that particular situation pretty well in hand.
True.
There's another kindred down the right side if you were to leave the elevator or the door to the stairwell. And then there's the fracas of about 6 or so kindred that are...
Oh, no. Yeah, down that.
Going down towards the fracas?
No, I'm going to grab the dude down the right.
Down the right? All right.
I'll circle around.
Give me a roll. What are you going to do with him? Are you going to punch, kick, bite, etc.?
I am going to basically, if he sees me, does he see me coming?
He would be heading towards the elevators at this point.
So he's coming at me. I'm basically seeing him, and we're gonna hit each other head on.
I mean, if you want, sure. I wouldn't suggest it.
I'm going to basically run and kind of, I guess, skid in order to try to look like I'm trying to take out his legs.
Okay.
And he's going to leap. And when he leaps, I'm going to punch him in the taint.
All right. So he's going to see you coming and try to leap out of the way. Oh, that was a good dodge. Unfortunately, he's going to be midair when you punch him.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even add potence to the last stuff. My bad.
You would only add potence after the fact, and I've been.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't add any damage when I was punching dude in the face.
I've been keeping track.
Oh, okay. Cool. Just making sure.
He was fairly tough, but you did a lot of damage to him.
7 successes.
7 successes.
I did. 10s love me tonight. I just cursed myself.
So you kind of slide down, and then you punch, and you hit him kind of broadside. He twists a little bit. You kind of hit him right underneath where the ribs are, and he kind of does the same thing the guy at the other hallway did, and kind of crumples over.
Cool. Gonna grab him by the leg. Keep running.
1 sec. Down the fracas hallway. Let's go with Abigail and Duran.
Okay, so first kindred, is he chewing on somebody? Is he beating on somebody?
He would be chewing on somebody, like kind of
Okay.
half in a door.
Excellent.
That they drag
So
somebody
excellent.
in.
He's half in a door, so he's not necessarily going to see me. So I'm going to walk up, grab him by the head, activate Oblivion's touch.
I knew you'd say that.
Duran's just going to say, "Non oggi stronzo," which is Italian for "not today, asshole." And I'm just going to grab, and I had to rouse for Oblivion's touch, and unfortunately I failed the rouse. So I'm now
Duran?
hungrier yet still again.
Stop
Si,
wasting
padre.
time.
Aha, I have lunch. One moment. I'll be with you once I eat.
Get the others. The snake and the assassin to take care of this. Make your way to Giancarlo.
Oh, I'll get there in a second. Right now, I have to shut you up by eating something because CC eat Duran eat. I'm doing that, and while I am melding his head with my hands, I'm going to bite and take a point of damage or a point of blood out of him to hopefully. I'll take 2 if I can get 2.
I mean, hopefully there will be a point of damage in there. But what is
Yep.
the resistance roll for that? Refresh my non-existent.
I don't believe that there is. The strength plus brawl on my side. So 6 of those.
Just gonna give him a standard, not great roll.
Okay. Oh yeah, and that would add. Oh hey, now that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus prowess is 6. So 6 successes.
Yeah, it's way more than what I got. So this is non-halved, I believe.
Yep, non-halved.
Non-half
2,
superficial.
2. Yep. No, 2 ag. Touch of Oblivion.
Or
is
2 egg. Okay, yeah.
Yep. To the head.
To the
And-
head. Yeah.
Yep, and bite the back of his neck and. Yeah, I'm going for the quick kill. I got to get to Giancarlo. I can't play with these buggers all day.
So the bite itself would do another point of damage, and you are drinking.
Yes.
This tastes kind of not great. It's like,
Watered down pop.
yeah, it's like Diet RC Cola. Just like
Oh, goody, one of these guys.
kind of better than human blood, but just barely.
I'm gonna be hungry. Yeah.
You're gonna be hungry in 2
once
hours.
the face comes up in blood just from the, and it's like, I'm gonna be hungry again in an hour. Damn it. Porco Dio.
Abigail, what are you up to?
So how many of them are left in front of me?
There, other than the one that Duran just took down,
Mm-hmm.
there is another 5 in this particular hallway.
All right. Abigail's gonna pull out her sword. And it's strength and melee.
Yes.
Okay.
This is another one of
Okay,
those
roused.
lead pipe type situations, but I have a faith that you can beat them.
Your faith may be ill placed. I only got 3 successes.
You kind of bounce off of one another. Sorry, I had to mute. I was typing.
It's all good.
Yeah, you kind of bounce off of one another, really. Like, you bring the sword down and kind of knocks it away with the lead pipe. So neither of
Okay.
you take any damage, but neither of you deal any damage.
Okay, so next round I guess I'll try again.
And Jude, you are making your way through the various rooms, and it's kind of a weird situation. There's like blood all over the rooms that you're wandering through. It feels weird, like you haven't really used this power in a kind of a combat
No.
situation before. So you're like kind of like hesitant to walk face first into a wall. But yeah, you make your way through. When you get to where you think Giancarlo's room is,
Get caught in a ghost trap.
when you stick your face in, you can see like a well-dressed person that's on the ground, and it's kind of blackened face, ash, kind of slurping off of bones, and you can see like 3 people that are standing around him going, I don't know what happened. She just bit into this friggin' vampire thing, and I guess she did it. I don't know. We keep getting told to like go for the whole thing, and then she jumped out the window, and that's kind of weird. And there's one that has kind of like an elongated head that is there. It's dressed kind of nicely if you like that much leather. And they're like, well, that is unfortunate. And then they grab the guy and they drain that particular kindred. So, let's go back to Ja. Ja, you
I'll just process that over here. No
pretty
worries.
much cut him almost in half. They're getting up and they're kind of like trying to pack things back in, and it looks like they're going to try to punch you again. But at -2 dice, because you did a ridiculous amount of damage. Yeah, okay. I'm guessing you're going to stab them?
Yep.
Okay.
Because this one seems like a nobody. So
Yeah.
Ja's not gonna waste time.
Oh, yeah.
This one's just going down.
This is totally like a Jaws walking down the hallway and just kind of like backhanded knife or backhanded sword slash him, like just keep walking type situation. Like,
Yeah, so I'm just take half. That'll give me, with my potence and everything, that'll give me an 8. I think that
Yeah.
should be good.
yeah, because I only rolled a 1. Yeah, you basically just walk by and cut him in half, and he just kind of falls over dead-er than he was before. So from that point, are you going to the end of the hallway on the left, or are you going back towards the fracas?
I'm gonna check the rest of this hallway just in case.
Okay. Give me a
I trust that my. Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
What's awareness?
What's awareness?
Not a lot of dice. Hey, that is a 5. 4 dice. I'll take that.
Yeah,
Right.
you kill the rest of this particular guy, and you kind of look around, like you kind of like, stealthily move down the hallway. There doesn't seem to be anything else going on down here.
Great. Honestly, that's what I wanted to hear. Then I just stop trying to be stealthy and I hoof it back down the other hall.
Towards where Mordecai is, or towards the fracas?
Towards where the first. Who would I see first? Would I see Mordecai or the fracas?
If you turn back down the hallway that you were running down, you would see Mordecai first.
And then I will stop where Mordecai is. Then.
Okay, Mordecai.
Hola.
You punched a guy. He's gonna turn around and try to kick you.
Jesus.
I'm assuming you're going to try to not make it.
I'm
Punchy
going
kicky.
to. Oh, yeah, so I punched him. He stumbled. We're both back up on our feet.
Yeah, he's gonna try to like kind of Sparta kick you.
All right, gonna grab his leg, follow through Aikido style, and just basically take his whole body and slam him into the ground.
He's gonna hit ceiling first, but yeah, I definitely, with your amount of potence, it'll just be kind of like a drag blood smear
He
across
might
the
hit
ceiling,
the ceiling.
and then
That's
yeah,
okay. I
and
mean,
then hit the ground.
all the worse for wear for him if he does. 6 is an up, right?
6 is an up, correct?
A lot of 6s. 7.
Yeah, you're able to do that, and then they kind of get a little more paler, and it kind of like their face kind of shrinks in a little bit, but yeah, you can definitely tell that this is like
Cool beans.
they're either very in torpor or very no longer with us.
Cool. Keep my hold on his leg. Keep running down the hall.
Towards the
fracas.
fracas. So back up the hallway towards the fracas.
Why are you dragging a body?
You all have weapons.
Hey, yeah, the invite said bring your own weapon.
Abigail and Duran, what are you up to?
Improvising.
4 successes on the sword for hitting this guy again.
He's going to make an attempt to hit you with his. Wow. Only a 5 dice. And once again, kind of like you hit sword to lead pipe.
Man!
I used to take fencing, and my fencing teacher, anytime that happened, that he would say coup pour coup, bad fencing, when you're hitting it at the same time. I remember I got called all that so much, and he would be like, I'm getting a flashback right now.
I think I think just talking ahead, as the sword's hitting the sword, and they're probably
Lead
swinging
pipe,
around
yes.
like that. Yeah, or lead pipe, sorry. And Abigail's probably
That'll be next round. Duran,
exactly.
Okay, what's the state of this guy in front of me?
he's kind of fucked.
Is he dead fucked or just kind of out of it fucked?
You can't quite tell. You're thinking maybe torpor, but then again, you did a lot of damage to his head.
Yeah.
Could 6 of one, half dozen of the
I'm,
other?
I'm not really fond of the fact that he might get up.
Okay.
Did I just drink the 1 point?
If you wanted to get 2, you could have got 2.
Okay, 2 points is good. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to drop him and walk to the next one. And there's no rush or anything. It's just I'm going to drop this one in the hallway. I'm going to pull him out of the doorway and drop him in the hallway. So if he does get up, we've got people coming up the hallway. We're going to go, no, you don't. And I'm just going to, right. So Abigail has that one. Next on the hit parade.
Next on
And
the
I'm
hit
going to
parade.
walk towards the next one, and I'm going to calculate the shots as I walk in so I can get my little specialization bonus. And we're going to go for the Oblivion's touch again.
He's going to try to hit you.
Oh, he's more than allowed to.
Note
Try.
I said try.
Yes.
Just want everybody on the same page.
Okay.
Try is the active word in that sentence. Maybe you should have hit this guy, Abigail. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
All really good at stuff.
You know, I'm gonna do a little bit of willpower on this one just because he's annoying me. And that was good. There we go. That's 5 successes.
All right, 5 successes.
Yep.
Yeah, you grab a hold of his head.
Okay. Yep. Again, yeah, once in the chest to kind of take his breath if he's got any.
Okay.
Once in the throat, and then grab his head, and that's where I'll pump the 2 ag right into, grab him by the face and just go, Calzone, and Pazan, and then and that's where the ag's going.
So let's flash back to Jude as you are watching the person with the elongated head drain the other kindred that had mentioned what happened in that particular scene.
Okay, I have 2 questions.
I have 2
Number
answers.
Number one, with my Sense the Unseen still up, am I noticing anything additional to the supernatural blood that seems to be splattered over every hotel room here?
You see, well, the other ones weren't supernatural blood. It was just regular blood splashed.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification.
For this one, the thing with the elongated head is definitely kindred. The thing that it's draining kind of doesn't really have that pale of an aura, but it is definitely a pale aura.
Okay.
And the other one that's in the room that seems to be kind of laughing at the fate of the one that's getting drained, they have a not so pale aura, but it's you could tell probably about 13th or so generation. Like, it's not pale as in thin blood, it's pale as in, yeah, you're there.
Double hand.
Okay. My next question is, would I be able to roll a wits and insight to see if I can get like a vibe of these people, like in terms of how they're feeling or what the what's motivating them currently? Okay.
Yeah, let's go with wits and insight.
Okay, great. Wits is still roused, so we'll do that, and then I do have some insight, so let's see what happens. Three.
3 successes.
Yeah.
They seem calm. Seems really calm in here. Like, the one that was draining the other one doesn't seem angry. Just seems disappointed.
Okay. So Tallhead is snacking on the guy next to him. There's another guy, and then there's just like a greasy ash pile on the floor with the remains of a suit.
Greasy ash pile in a nice suit.
Okay. Oof. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do here. I think that upon taking that all in, I'm going to not enter the room. I'm like going back out of the wall,
sticking your face in, and then going in.
Yep, and then I'm leaving the wall, and then I'm going on the I'm basically trying to go directly toward Duran, wherever he is at this point.
Okay, so you'd probably have to go back out into the hallway.
Yep.
So you stick your head out. Duran is calling people cousin and like shrinking their heads. It's kind of weird.
Okay. If I'm already there, then I'm going to I'm looking at the rules for this. It's not, as long as I'm just in the hallway, it seems like I can just kind of turn it off. It doesn't really have a...
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah. Or can they still see me?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because you're kind of
Okay.
spectralish. So you're like see
Yeah, okay.
through, but not. And as you kind of walk out into the
Got it.
hallway, as you're preparing to do what it is you're gonna do, something travels through you, like an arm, and then somebody stumbles through you, and they're like, "What the fuck?" It's almost as if somebody tried to attack you, and then there was nothing there, and they kind of stumbled forward.
Nothing to see here. Be on your way.
And the droid you're looking for.
So let's flash back to Ja and Mordecai.
Oh man.
So you're coming up the hallway towards each other, basically, and then towards the fracas.
Cool. You good?
Yep.
At the one end of the fracas is Duran and Abigail. But
Are we coming up on that end or the other end?
You're coming up on that end.
Okay.
Because it's kind of like a T-junction. You both went left and right, and then there's the one in front of you.
There's only one guy left?
No, there's at least 2 or 3 left in this hallway. But Abigail is fighting one of them, and Duran has just made one of their heads kind of
Do they look like they're
minorly
in
go away.
difficulty? Abigail is trading sword blows.
Yeah, Abigail is practicing her sword technique.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which she'll need for Jason the following night.
Find find a one that doesn't have a dance partner.
All right,
Smack him with his friend.
drag the body like around everybody in the hallway, and
I'm gonna
then
beat a motherfucker with his friend.
and give me a strength and melee.
Yeah.
Question mark?
Yeah. I guess that counts as a weapon.
I mean, technically, it's not. Well, it's not your body that you're punching or hitting somebody with. So,
Oh, not so great.
yeah, it's a melee.
Yeah. I have less dice then. So 4.
Oh no. Yeah, you basically like crumple the guy that essentially just walked through Jude, and they're like turned around. They're completely oblivious.
Just
They're
sort of
like,
standing there all sort
"What
of
the fuck?" And then
Oh,
you just
sorry.
kind of like.
pow.
So Jude, that's what you see.
Oh, is Jude standing looking away from us?
Jude standing there looking at you.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if she's looking away from us, then she has this curious sensation of a body flying through her.
I mean, she probably still has like the arm of the guy as he's like flailing past.
Cuckoo.
Ja, what you up to?
So we're in a hotel
Yep.
hallway,
Yep.
which means there's doors,
Mhm.
no windows really. So, yeah, let's open some doors. Jai's going to take whoever is not in combat and just try to drive them through a door, and hopefully defenestrate them. Because what's better than someone flying out of a window? Honestly, it's the best thing in a movie.
All right, give me let's go with strength and brawl.
I think that's the right call.
It's definitely the right call. So you're grabbing like another quote unquote Sabbat member.
Yep.
The
I'm going to rouse my strength.
last remaining quote unquote Sabbat
And I
member.
pass. Huzzah.
Oh man, I had the like full diplomacy squad ready to go.
Diplomatic Sabbat.
The diplomats in Ja's head that are debating endlessly.
Oh, those guys.
Those diplomats.
I think they're more like representatives rather than diplomats. Diplomats, I feel like gives them too much
shit.
credit.
Union member?
Democracy.
Okay, well, that's 8. 9, 10.
Holy crap.
Well, I crit on like 4 dice did crits. So
And then you've got potence on top of that. So you're going to make them go out the window, I'm guessing.
yeah, I'll say that's before I add potence on top of that, which is another 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
So 13 successes.
Even with like the kind of Venetian blinds and such that are in the way, yeah, you make them go out of the window.
I want to get a nice arc to it. You know,
Okay.
I got uncanny grip. So I imagine if they're flailing, I just grab the back of the pants and then get the heave. So you go up a few stories on your way out.
And we've got a 5.9, a 5.9, a
3.2 from the
5.9.
Russian judge.
Oh, and
Anyway.
a 6.0 from the American judge.
And a 1.3 from the Russians.
But they love him anyway.
And that's like I can see my house from here.
I mean, I don't care if he dies or not. That is inconsequential to me at all. Just I want him completely removed from the battle.
Killing for the art of it.
And we got a kitty cat.
Life's a journey, not a destination.
Well,
Yeah,
this
is
was going to
definitely a
take
journey.
quite the journey.
This
I mean, they
This-
are called martial arts. So, I
this,
mean,
this,
I mean,
this was both a journey and a defenestration.
So that's the last remaining one in the hallway, other than the one Abigail is fighting. Abigail, how are you doing?
so Abigail got 3 successes on Scorpion's touch. So as the sword is basically, because they're fighting sword against sword against sword. So as basically they've just fought sword and I guess, or going like this, sword against pipe, sorry. Basically doing the swing around, Abigail just bites her lip and go right in the face.
So
Scorpion's touch.
you kind of lock up and kind of bend it down, and as you're kind of getting face to face, you kind of spit in his eye, and he's like you can see like the twitch of like the eye that was trying to close, and then in the way that he's leaning, he just kind of falls over.
And Abigail, as he's falling over, just takes the sword and, you know, uncontested, basically just slashes.
Head or just into the body?
Let's take off the head. Why not? Because, you know, Shovelhead don't want it doing anything weird.
All right. So that leaves you pretty much all ready to go into Giancarlo's room.
question first.
What's that?
You said people were being dragged out of rooms. Where are those people?
Those people are on the floor.
Are they dead?
Ish.
So there's literally no one left alive.
There is no one left in this hallway
Jesus.
that is
Okay.
still drawing breath or otherwise.
Not a single, like
Uh,
looking at them, not like check a pulse. Not a single soul here.
Nope.
Jeez.
I'm going to kick in John Carlo's door.
And,
was gonna brief y'all on what I saw, but all right.
and
Oh, you
that-
can do that as I'm kicking.
That is an amazing spot to take a bit of a break. So we're going to take a bit of a break. Come on back in about 7 minutes and see what happens in Giancarlo's room. Welcome back, everyone. We are kicking in the door to Giancarlo's room, apparently, from what I understand. With before Jude can actually say anything, when she's like, what? Duran kicks in the door to Giancarlo's room and sees somebody with kind of an elongated head draining the last vestiges of another kindred, I want to say. And there's someone with a leather jacket who is kind of leaning up against that smaller, like not quite dresser, but kind of a dresser that the television rests on.
Mm-hmm. And do I see the well-dressed ashing pile of what's left of a body?
You do.
Now, do I recognize the style? Because while not all Giovanni dress, as immaculately as Duran, they all tend to have signature pieces or signature styles. Am I figuring that's Giancarlo or what's left of them on the floor?
Yeah. Oh, even with a quarter, you'd be able to figure that out.
Excellent. I'm going to smile and say, "Oh, you've been bad little boys," and I'm going to pop Stygian Shroud and fill the room with inky blackness. And while the room is filling with inky blackness, I'm going to pull up the HSN Assault shotgun and put it on full auto.
Quick
All
question before we proceed, storyteller.
That's me.
Is Giancarlo, because you said that he's the one was draining the last vestiges of him, is he actually fully drained?
Giancarlo would be the
body
Giancarlo's
on
the
the
corpse on the floor.
yeah, the body
Yeah.
on the floor.
Oh, okay, sorry, it's somebody else. Okay,
He was
never
draining
mind.
the thin blood.
Yeah, he was draining the one that gave the explanation that someone had drained Giancarlo and then jumped out the window.
I would like to say that I am still holding the shard and I am still incorporeal right now. Thank you.
Fair enough.
Excellent.
Well,
That, yes, will help.
if Duran drops the Stygian Shroud and the whole inky blackness just sort of spreads, I want to Eyes of the Beast and go in with him.
He's basically kind of like taking up the door frame from where
I'm
he was.
I'm standing in the doorway. The Stygian Shroud does not have to center on me. It can
Right.
center on anything within line of sight. So I'm
Yep.
putting it in the center of the room. So I'm kind of standing just outside of the Stygian Shroud.
Yeah, it would come
Yeah.
down like basically you would see
Yep.
Duran pull the
I want
shotgun.
to I want to give them the penalties, not you guys.
Oh no, cool.
So yeah, I don't want to mess the hallway.
Yeah, so Duran levels the shotgun and it kind of disappears in inky blackness.
Cool beans. I just want to make sure that if something is actually tough enough to come at him.
Being in the doorway, if it comes at me, then you'll know because it'll be suddenly in the hallway
Cool beans.
Along with Duran.
along with Duran or parts of Duran or
So give me a dex and
firearms. Okay.
Fiery arms. Oh, for fuck's sakes. With the 2 dice penalty, that person just got fucked up.
3 dice penalty.
Then I'll take away that
and
one.
I roused and successfully. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes.
4 successes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's easy enough to do. You kind of blast into that area, and then you can hear like screaming. Lots of screaming.
I mean, he can
And,
see it, though, can't he?
Even
He can see.
even with the dark, I'm going to roll my willpower to make sure I don't scare myself with the fire.
Give yourself 2 extra dice on that one,
Oh, hot darn!
because it's kind of muted. You can see through it, but it's just like it's almost like a different color of fire.
You're
so
watching a television program of a sudden.
Maya, this is lovely. I need to do this more often. It is almost artistic. That would be a holy shit. 2, 4, 6, 7. 7
More than that.
successes.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm just going to put 3 rounds into each of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of screaming. And there's a lot of, from the one with the kind of leather jacket, there's a lot of like kind of trying to like figure out where that attack came from, stumbling around.
Oh, and you know what? This way, none of the rest of
On
you have
fire.
to do your willpower rolls because you can't see the fire footage. In.
Oh,
Hey,
wait, they cannot.
I didn't think of that. That's an extra bonus.
Do I?
Nope.
I
I
would
popped
say,
Eyes of the Beast.
yeah, I would say do it with like 3 extra because Eyes of the Beast you can't
Okay.
quite see through, but you know that there's a lot of fire going on in there.
I'm rolling willpower plus 3.
Willpower plus 3 dice,
Okay.
but you get
And I need how many
-2, I
successes?
believe, from being a Setite.
5.
Yeah, easy enough. You're like, yeah, there's fire in there.
That's
I don't want to
cool.
be anywhere near it, but there's fire in there.
It's like watching it in black and white.
Kind of.
Cool.
Old timey movie. Okay.
Duran, are you continuing to fire?
I put 3 into each. Now, do they all go down, or is there still?
They're still up.
All 3 of them are still up.
2 of them.
Actually,
The
2
other
of the
one
3
kind of
should still be up.
dropped. Yeah.
Okay.
Balls.
That's 9 rounds. Hang on, I'm just doing the math. Because that's 25 out of 32, which means I get 7 rounds left.
Indeed, you do.
Yeah, I'll put 2 more into each of them.
All right.
Into the pair that are up.
Dex and firearms. Unless anybody else wants to jump over Duran into the room, into the
No.
inky, black, dark, scary place. No, nobody, no takers.
Absolutely fucking not.
Oh wait.
Not only is he put out inky black awfulness, he also setting things on fire actively.
Step
while he
into a
does
room
this.
that is on fire, and you don't know where the fire is.
I'm
That
good.
Sounds like a
Yeah, never
I'm
mind.
great out here. You can keep doing what you do.
Ooh,
just like,
damn.
no.
Abigail?
Okay.
Yeah, no. Abigail sees the darkness. She's like,
Hey,
Nope.
nobody can accuse me of not giving options. That's all I'm saying.
no, we
I feel so
appreciate the
railroaded
options.
right now.
We appreciate the
but it's not
options.
you railroading me, Steve. This is definitely Duran.
Definitely not.
I want lots of death to happen to these guys. So
Well,
that,
I mean,
It's fair enough.
Duran deserves a chance to, take his revenge against those that have harmed the family, and we're just going to step back and let him do it.
I mean, people turned this into Olive Garden, and when they're here, they're family. And Duran said, "Nah, nah."
so that's another 8 successes.
By the way, if the Olive Garden wants to sponsor us, we are available.
Ooh, free breadsticks.
How many successes?
8.
8? Yeah.
Yes.
They both drop.
Okay. When they go down, I'm going to come off the trigger, which leaves me 5 still in the rattling around in the cassette, and I'm going to drop the inky blackness.
Doesn't the fire alarm go off?
It does not
Or
yet.
the sprinkler?
It's only been like 6 seconds.
That's fair.
So the tip of your shotgun is kind of like hot and smoking, and it's kind of like there's a little droop there. It's it definitely has fired a lot of rounds, and is
I'll have to
maybe
replace that.
replacing.
Yes.
So there's like 2 things that are on fire that kind of resemble humanish things that have fallen to the ground. And then there's the suit, which has kind of a inky black stain-ish thing in it. That kind of resembles a human.
Now time to go into the room.
All right. You walk into the room, and it's a nice place, other than the, fiery
The
things
death.
and whatnot.
The dead things.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the Binding Fetter to see if Giancarlo has left anything with which if there's a spirit he could be attached to.
And
Which
for
is
everybody
wits
playing the home game,
plus oblivion.
how would that work if they are a wraith?
So if there is a personal item to which they are fettered and attached, then
Probably the suit.
well, it wouldn't be the whole suit. It might be a ring, like Bartholomew.
Help him.
It might be. It can be a token of some sort. It can be a person.
From you're reaching out with that, you definitely there's a tie that's there, but it's the tie clip that you would kind of hone in on.
Okay, and there is, and I know what the tie clip would look like too. It would have a stylized G on the a little black enamel panel on it.
Yes,
I've got one. So I'm going to pick up the tie clip and say, Giancarlo Giovanni, if you're about, if you have gone to the other side rather than just disappearing as many of us do, could you say hello, please?
there is no response.
Mio zio Giancarlo. It is entirely possible that. So I'm going to lean the shotgun against the wall, and I'm going to go into the bathroom, and I'm going to take off the soiled t-shirt, and I'm going to put the shirt and the tie on while I just quietly stare at myself in the mirror.
What's everyone else doing?
I think Jude, still kind of in her incorporeal form, is like looking at everybody else going like, I was gonna say something before he kicked in the door that Giancarlo was, didn't make it, but because I saw him there, and there were the three guys, the guy with the long head, and they were really calm, but there was some confusion. They were talking about someone, they said she had jumped out the window.
Is the window
after
open?
Huh?
The window is open, yes.
Yeah, they said they were like confused about something that just happened. They're like, oh man, like this wasn't how it was supposed to go, and she just jumped out the window, and I don't know what that was about. And then the guy started draining the one guy.
Jumped out of the window?
Yeah, that's what they said. I didn't see that happen. That's just what they said.
Understood. Storyteller, point of note, is the internet still screwed?
Do you want to check?
I would love to check.
Excellent. You know the role for that.
But yeah, I mean, when I came in, I mean, the nice suit and the pile of ash was kind of already there. So, and then I didn't want to engage them myself because it was like two or three of them, and I wasn't sure. They'll do anything. They don't care. I knew they wouldn't have talked to me or anything, so I just kind of get out of there.
I just burned a willpower, so I'm now down 2 willpower, and I have 6 successes.
The internet is up at the moment, but it is slow.
Okay. I would like to. I'm just gonna look at a map here. Give me 1 sec.
Take all the time you need.
Uh,
You're heading to the balcony?
Yep. I want to see if I can look down. Odds of somebody leaping all the way down if they recently just embraced somebody or
Give me a wits and awareness.
How far could they possibly run in the minute and a half we've been up here?
Yes, but this happened before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened before I even poked my head in.
Okay. Abigail, are we assuming that like, is this the room, like one of the rooms that would be facing out to
This room would
not
be
Bro-
facing out to the bay area.
okay, so it's basically
So if you're heading north towards
yeah.
Stanley Park, this would be on the right-hand side.
Sorry, so it's basically facing whatever is this West Georgia? Shoot,
This is facing east, yeah.
This is facing east. Okay, so it's facing out towards Hornby Street.
Yes.
Okay.
3 successes.
Which is the Vancouver Art Gallery, where there are probably cameras. I'd like to hack into those cameras and see if I can find any footage of who this mysterious woman in red might be.
I didn't say she was in red.
Or no, mysterious woman in whatever
The woman
she was.
in red is the ghost that's haunting
Yes.
this floor.
Yes, sorry, my bad.
Subtle but important difference.
Yes.
So for Mordecai, Abigail, you know the role.
Mhm.
Mordecai, while she's doing that, you 3 successes. You can't see.
Yeah,
shit.
and 14 floors up. I didn't think so. I
14
figured
floors up. There's been a couple of fires in Vancouver. There's like kind of smoke rolling in.
I was just hoping to see whether or not I'd actually see somebody, you know, had climbed down as opposed to
on the ground
slept.
and like beaten feet. Yeah,
Is there like an
there's a
imprint of a
few-
car
no.
where she landed on it? I don't know.
There's a few people that are still running to and fro, given the Sabbat incursion, but they don't seem to match any descriptions that you've been given.
You're looking for that evidence of the superhero landing.
Yes.
See if they left a divot in the ground on the concrete.
I kind of want to.
I was like, both Ja and Mordecai could probably do the superhero landing.
I'm not pointing any fingers, but I'm gonna say that somebody in the Zoom chat sent me a message asking if they could reverse soaring leap. Not pointing any fingers.
Reverse soaring leap.
Well, I mean, soaring leap, you kind of leap out, you push away instead of, you know, absorbing the impact.
Okay, I getcha.
Superhero landing. He's gonna do a superhero.
So Abigail, how'd you do?
I have nothing to chase, so
3 successes. I'm not going to burn another willpower because
I
at
mean,
this
there's
rate I'm going to.
Kind
Oh,
of
you know what?
footage, but
You
it is
don't
not.
have to burn another willpower.
Dun, dun,
going-
dun.
I'm
I know
going
what's
to-
about to
I'm
happen.
going to use Jude's ability as a Tremere to borrow Jaw's ability to say quietly as I'm doing up my tie, you can do it, Abigail.
Okay, so I get to
Yeah.
reroll.
Oh yeah, yeah, I love that.
The funny
Such
part
a
is you could
waste.
just ask Ja.
Such a
You could just be like, Ja,
Yes, but it
do you want
wouldn't
to
be-
help?
it wouldn't be nearly as encouraging. Maybe like just fucking.
You,
do it.
I want to make use of my merit. Okay, I appreciate that Duran employs it. I have my sheet. God damn it.
Such a waste. I only got 1 more success, so I only have 4
Oh,
Four
successes.
That's
successes.
okay.
There's it's hazy. Like you can see that there was definitely somebody running, but they were running east as well.
Okay, so I'm gonna I have the laptop open, and I'm basically just showing. Is Duran near me?
No, I'm still in the bathroom
Okay.
putting on the
Okay,
shoes.
well,
he's
I'm-
in the bathroom readjusting his clothing attire.
Yeah.
Okay, well I'm basically
And-
taking a clip of all of this so that I have like a
Previous
clip
camera.
of the video and taking a still of it as well on my laptop, and then when Duran comes back in, then I'll show him.
All right. Duran
I
takes
mean,
a
do
couple
you-
extra seconds, but yeah, you're good to go.
Okay, yeah, I'll walk out doing up the tie and look at the group and say, so
Jude kind of shuffles uncomfortably, like kind of shifts. He's like, I'm sorry for your loss.
Senora Jude, I am very appreciative of the fact that you came in advance and you completely understand that there was nothing that you would be able to do, but I am very, very proud of you for taking that initiative. And
Yeah, I thought it could come in handy this time.
See,
I don't know what was going on in here. I don't know why any of this. I mean, is this just the garden variety chaos of the past couple of nights, or was there something else? Like, is there another meaning to this? What's going on here?
I do
Well-
not know. From what you said, the comment of this did not go the way it should have sounds like there was a plan. And
What
this
is a Sabbat plan unless they have something
again, this
serious going on?
the Sabbat do plan.
Oh, yes.
The shovelheads not so much, but the higher ups do. And part of me wishes I had not just shot these people and left them alive to talk, but something tells me they would not have talked much, or they would have talked a whole lot of lies, and we would have
wouldn't have
learned
known
nothing.
very much. I don't think they would have.
No.
Not the ones that, at least not the one I killed for sure.
So
I guess I kind of don't get it, because Giancarlo was new to the city. Like, what could he have
Well,
known
I
or
mean,
done?
Duran, and then Abigail shows the laptop with the still and plays back the video and says, "Does this person look at all familiar? Does it look like anybody that might have had it in for your uncle?"
Do I recognize the figure?
It's a really kind of hazy picture, so I'm going to get a wits and awareness.
Yeah, I can do that.
And everybody playing the home game, take a drink.
Sippy, sippy.
Root beer.
Agua.
Yeah, water with lemon. My normal
beer.
joint.
And
So
what the
sweet
heck?
and coy.
I'm back to minus one. So I roused my wits
Bubbly,
quite successfully.
coy,
Quite successfully.
just like the Federation.
All right. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6.
6? You have
6.
no idea who this is.
Excellent. That's kind of what I figured. I'm betting I could have rolled 20 and I would have still not known who this was.
Yeah, probably.
Yes. That is not a familiar figure. And
Well,
again, a Giovanni even of my standing has connections and information and money, depending on what they're looking for. Giancarlo is further up the scales, up the ladder. He would have more information, more connections. We do, as much as I dislike the Sabbat and I try not to hate things, but they are high on the list of what I might. We do at times deal with the Sabbat or things that the Sabbat are interested in. If they thought there was an advantage gained from talking to Giancarlo or kidnapping Giancarlo and extorting the family or extorting myself. Not the smart way of doing it. We don't tend to deal with those sorts happily. We might, for example, take a contract out with certain people like Senor Cato's sorts, which we might talk soon about that and see what can be arranged. And I'm going to be playing with the tie clip. I'm going to let the family know this, and we will see what happens. And exactly how hard they're willing to come down on the Sabbat now. We tend not to play in politics. I do not consider what I have been doing here playing in politics. I have been protecting my friends and the city, that the stability of which is very important to all of us.
And I think Jude's like kind of like not satisfied that there's no answer here, that like a member of Duran's family has like been killed and there's just like it feels like a dead end. So I think Jude is gonna be like, okay, 1 second. There's gotta be something. So I would like to just phase into both of the adjacent rooms to check both of them out to see if there's anything remotely interesting, but just those two, like the one to the left and the one to the right, if there are regular rooms.
This was basically a corner, so there's no,
Oh,
yeah, there's
okay.
not really anything on either side. There is
Okay.
on the one side, so you go in that one, and
Yeah.
it's kind of like somebody was killed in there. It's a little bloody. You go on the kind of other side, and you're like, all right, yeah, there's just nothing in there at all. It's like
So
nobody was in there.
I'm going to check. I'm going to check for fetters on any of the Sabbat or supposed Sabbat that are in here as well. So, and I rolled 8 successes to see if any of them have anything that might allow me to talk with them.
There's nothing.
Hmm.
Lower the humanity, the less chance you come back as a wraith.
I'm
Mhm.
so sorry,
Yep.
Duran, that there's nothing more that I could do. I know that the internet has been really spotty. Maybe once everything gets cleared up, maybe I'll be able to get some sort of a clear picture from one of the other cameras in another building. But
Grazie. I mean, we do what we can. Is this kindred die, and sometimes there are answers, and sometimes there are not. When it is family, then we look for answers where sometimes they are just not available. What I will say is that I will make it a point to eradicate the Sabbat in this city to the best of my ability, just because they have had the affront to do this. I don't care if they said that's not the way it should have gone. Oops, we're sorry, we slipped.
I don't
See,
accept
and
apologies from Sabbat, honestly.
exactly. See, and oops, my finger was on the trigger, and darn, you had to choke on a couple of dragon's breath rounds. We will have to drop by that wonderful little shop and get some more, because I think I'm going to need more.
Oops, was that a bishop? My bad.
Yeah, one can hope. See.
Storyteller, what time is it?
It's getting to be about 3, and I go by the old LARP shared universe rule of the just to keep everything straight. It's kind of like 6 p.m. is when the sun goes down, and 6 a.m. is
6
when the
a.m.
sun
was when
rises.
it comes up.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So
Just
we
6
have
to 6.
all right.
Yeah, just to give everybody kind of
So
like
we
a
don't,
standard.
we don't have to pay attention to, oh crap, it's the summer. We've got about 4 hours to do shit. Oh, look, it's the winter. We can do this like all day.
I'm not gonna lie,
Welcome to
I
Canada.
did that to my London's players. Oops. Whoops. Sorry.
yeah, play a game in somewhere in like the north of Alaska or something like that.
30
Yeah.
days of night.
I mean, in wintertime, you
Yes.
can whole day.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got a bit of time.
Okay.
Summer
All right,
for like
well-
3 weeks.
What should we get out of here?
I don't think there's much benefit for sticking around.
No. We know
No.
that Giancarlo was here. We know that Giancarlo was killed, whether accidentally or purposefully. I have no care.
Yeah.
It was done by a member of the Sabbat.
And Jude will make sure she is standing in a completely open space with no physical objects interacting with her whatsoever. And she will kind of look at her hand holding the shard and just kind of like maybe almost like a little bit scared to come back into this corporeal world, but kind of just she'll drop it and the blood covered glass shard falls to the floor and Jude returns to regular form.
And then we
Go ahead.
have to decide where is the prince? Where are they? We are going to have to see what we can rebuild out of this once we clean up as best we can. I would hope that this does not become a quote unquote Sabbat held city, and I don't think after this it will. I think my family will participate strongly in cleaning them out. Now, whether they normally will come in and assist and then leave. We don't, Venice is ours, and we don't tend to favor sticking our necks out by taking other cities.
But how do we know when this is over?
Fire.
I don't
stop.
understand how we
There are no
She's not
fires, and
wrong.
it returns to what most humans would call a normalcy.
What I found last time this happened along the East Coast was they basically ran away.
Well, I mean, I've been practicing with my sword, but as you could see, tonight I wasn't that great with it. I wouldn't mind getting out for more practice, and if it means taking out more Sabbat, I'd love to have a tutor if you're willing. We could take out the Baron.
Absolutely.
We could take out the Baron. All right, excellent, because I could really use some practice, and I feel like the Sabbat are probably the best place to practice at this point. So we can do a little bit of cleanup tomorrow
A
night.
practical exam. My favorite.
Yes, I like those.
But I don't get it, because normally then after something like this, isn't the Camarilla supposed to come in and be like, oh yeah, it was all this stuff that went wrong that was totally normal and definitely no vampires here, nothing to see. But there's not that here that's going on. Like so who's gonna coordinate it all?
Not that we have seen yet, but there may be some in the background, and sometimes it takes a few days to make sure that the right stories come out. The TV has not been broadcasting, the news has not been there, so things are currently. I will contact Obadiah Ferguson, or I will attempt to contact Connor Lilu. I will tomorrow night. I will. Well, tonight I will head back to my haven, and I will talk with Gretchen about Ron Perlman, I imagine. And I will talk with who was the Nosferatu, Jacob, was it? About what his plans are.
Indeed.
And we will tomorrow, when there is a little more time, and we'll begin the night by making a few phone calls and finding out what is going on, and what is happening, and who is organizing and coordinating. We seem to be some of, I can't say for sure, but we seem to be the most organized in the city among the kindred. I have not seen other groups, only individuals at best. So I would think it becomes, we are the anchor, the foundation cornerstone, to draw in our alliances and see about getting things back towards a sense of normalcy. And then we can see what is left of the Camarilla in this city, and where the fuck is Prince Huzun or the Seneschal? Where have they been this entire time?
Prince Huzun is the Sombra and potentially not playing for the Camarilla side. I don't know.
The La Sombra are part of the Camarilla, but again, he might be out there striking from the shadows, and he might be out there hiding in the shadows.
Some La Sombra are part of the Camarilla.
See.
I think Jude's like I think all of the things that have been happening over this long night are starting to like crash over her, and all the compartmentalizing is starting to come undone as we get closer. And she starts kind of like walking around and just looking at these bodies and all this blood and stuff. She's like, well, I don't understand. So who won? Did we win? Is it gonna be over? And like, what,
Jude?
So what? They came here and they're fine with just losing, and then they run away. So they didn't accomplish. What was their goal? What was the point?
Jude, nobody won. There's never any winners. It's not a war we can win or lose. It's one that we survive.
That's not how war works. There's a winner and a loser. That's how it always is.
You have to understand, our wars go on for all of human history.
They
survive. Are never ending.
The Sabbat tried to take the city away from the Camarilla, so that they can have it as a hunting ground and a playing area. Mostly it's just for chaos sake. There are plans. The higher ups like to have their own domains. this is where there is not so much of a separation. The higher ups have their domains and they rule them with an iron fist, the same as in the Camarilla the princes do, the same as in certain independent cities and areas the barons do.
And let's be honest, think about it this way. There are people beyond our prince that have things to say about what happens to this city.
See, there will be elders up the chain yet. What we potentially get to decide, possibly, is maybe which way the city is going to lean when the dust has settled in the next couple of nights and people start putting things back together. We have a lot of alliances. We have ears we could speak with. Do we return it to a fully Camarilla city, or do we set it up as an independent city? Understanding that an independent city is much more difficult to keep independent. And if Prince Sazun is not around, well, we were speaking lightly of Prince Jude, but
Indeed.
if no one else is going to step up to the throne.
I wonder if any of the barons are still alive. I mean, honestly, this area of Vancouver has always been a Camarilla stronghold. If that's no longer the case, then it could become a barony.
See?
Over my dead body.
Senora Jude, do you have access? Do you have a phone number for Baron Vincent?
I believe, storyteller, that I do.
It might be worth again.
Yeah, I have his number.
Tomorrow night, giving him a call and seeing if he is around and about. And if he is, the way the families do it is when a city changes hands or there are issues and the head of the capo in that area falls, then all of the representatives sit down at the table and we decide what's going to happen. In this case, we might want to gather any of the barons that are left, any of the structure of the Camarilla that is left, one or two independents, and arrange a table to sit down and discuss what is going to happen.
And then you declare praxis and win.
if we arrange the table, we have a fair amount of influence.
So that's just it then. It's that these wars for power that ebb and flow like the tide, and you just wait around until the next one has to come along for some indeterminate period of time. That's what this is. That's how it's going to be forever.
It is no different than the humans. It is no different than the shape changers.
The only difference is we last longer.
It is no different than the restless dead. The race, the spirit world that I deal with, they have their own wars that go on and their own struggles for power. And we, the Giovanni, the Haggadah, are wrapped up in that. So I potentially get to fight 2 wars for everyone, and everyone else gets to fight.
That's exciting, isn't it?
That is not a word I would use, but sure, we can go there. Why not?
Well, honestly, it's not just us. It's the fact that there is even a shard of humanity left in us, that we are like them. We never stopped being like them in terms of the fact that humans thrive on drama, thrive on chaos, thrive on all of this, and cannot live without it for too long. If things are not chaotic, if things are not dramatic, things are not blowing up, if there are no fireworks, then it's too boring.
Imagine the ennui that sets in after you've lived 100 years, 200 years, 300 years, and nothing has changed.
And then as humans, the ones that actually have a mortal lifespan, they want to have a legacy. They want to have, something at the end of their lives that they can show. Oh, I won this battle. I won that battle. And it's all the same. It's just a matter of how long you can do it for.
There is
personally, I just want to not do that. But
There is a wonderful little short story I read back in the 1950s when science fiction was beginning and in the heyday of the what is called the golden era. And it was about a man who creates a portal to another world, but only those who are good and pure of heart can go through. So everyone who is good goes through to this wonderful Eden-like world, and everyone who is mean-spirited and evil and cruel stays behind. The people that stay behind eventually wipe themselves out of just sheer violence. The people that go through die because there is no conflict, so there is no growth. They just quietly fade into non-existence. There will
I mean,
always be conflict.
I understand that. I had conflict in my human life since the day I was born. And so did all of us. I guess what was sold to me about this life was not this. And if I would have known that that endless war, that was what was waiting for me forever, that's not how my sire sold it to me. That's not how the people that were around sold it to me. That's not what they said it was. It was, we have these special ideas and this special person that is making all this change. And if I'm part of it, I can make a difference to make the world somehow better. So this was not.
You can. That doesn't mean you can't make it better. You're looking at it in the way that, I mean, I would look at it too. I was upset when I found out that I had been taken for a ride with regards to what the Tremere were all about. But at the same time, without these conflicts, how could there be art? Without conflicts, would there not be music? It's
not about what the existence of conflict, and it doesn't, I'm not saying that conflict is bad. I agree that it's necessary for growth. I don't disagree. What I'm saying is it's all muddy. It's all in a shade. It's all confusing. There are no clear winners and losers.
Yes. Forever and ever.
There are moments that one can say one has clearly won and lost. That is life or unlife. I mean, and Duran looks down at the bodies on the floor. These are losers. This is their moment of final loss. We have won this moment. When we go out the door, new moments begin. We can only hope that we can continue to win. That is, I am probably from the family that is the most honest about what unlife brings, and even we have our little lies to each other and our little surprises, but a large amount of it, you can make a difference. We are at a point where potentially over the next several weeks, we, the five of us, can make a difference in this city, and we can provide a protection. We can set a direction for the city that will hopefully, and how to look at it perhaps, and I do not know if this is the way it was brought to you, it is the way some of my family view it, is we are shepherds for the sheep. It is not like the Sabbat say that they are the predators and they get to prey upon the sheep. We are those who keep them safe and secure against things that go bump in the night, because we bump right the hell back.
I understand what you're saying.
You've been quiet. That is not like you. I mean, we don't have to breathe, so this is not a hold your breath moment.
I like to practice. I admire Jude's spirit. You feel that you were sold a bill of goods by your sire because you weren't told about the ennui, the boredom, the whims of the elders that drag this chess game eternal on and on with different players and different pieces. I get it. It's why we all find stuff to do that sort of sits outside the norm or that entertains us. We maintain our tenuous hold on the last vestiges of humanity that we have.
Oh, is
and-
that what we're doing?
Well, I mean, some of us are doing it better than others. And because some are still maintaining their hold, young, impressionable, innocent, pick your poison, they, like you, see the pointlessness of the war, the pointlessness of the constant machinations of the elders moving all the pawns about on the playing field until 50 years pass, until they see their loved ones die. They see the inevitable darkness that they are now living in because they can't die. They have no final. There's no final moment. They've just got another night. It happens again. There's another night. Oh, look, the grandchild of my daughter of a former thing when I was a mortal is now on her deathbed. The last vestige of my family is dying. What then? Take over another
Is
one. It goes on. Some find refuge in that humanitas. Some find refuge in surrounding themselves with adulation. We all have
This is
ways
all
to
in-
make ourselves feel like we're not a part of the system.
This is all I'm trying to say. I know we've tackled these existential kindred questions before with me because lest you all forget, I'm 30 years old, period. Not 30 years as a kindred, but 30 years old, period. So all of you have learned, however unhealthy or healthy, to cope with all of this. But I'm still close enough to it that it still hurts. And I just don't want to hurt anymore right now. That's it.
And Mordecai moves up to Jude, chucks her under the chin. And that is precisely why I was against you becoming the prince. Because if you walk down that road, you can kiss whatever humanity you have in your heart goodbye. I'll support it, and I will fight tooth and nail to keep it. But you need to be ready for what will happen when others try to bring you into that war. And you will kick and you will scream against it, but if you're at the center of it, you can't avoid it.
That's why I need to figure out how to not get hurt. Not physically, but mentally. And Duran, you talk about the science fiction quote. I think about one from TV, from Star Trek and Captain Picard. You can commit no errors and still lose. That's not failure, that's life.
See, there are so many people that speak of life as winning and losing, and yet it is and it is not. It is little wins and losses throughout that happen constantly. There are big wins and losses now and again, but after you win or lose, you keep going. People seem to think it's a game of Monopoly. You win or you lose, and then you put the game away. And but what next if you have that?
It's a game of 3D chess.
Oh, it goes beyond that. It's
I
a game
didn't
of
even
3D
finish
chess
high school.
played with dice and you're blindfolded. It's Senora Jude. The advantage you have is that you are part of this coterie. I could almost call it the family, kind of. I mean, not the way I have a family. You are the heart of this. There are others of us in this group who are not as close to humanity as you are, and who are willing to take those steps to make sure that you remain as close to your heart and soul as you do. And you allow us to see what it is to remember what it is to feel and to experience that depth of emotion and reaction. So this is the way that the five of us, as broken as we are, because there is no whole person on the face of this earth, there never has been. Everyone is broken. It is merely how you fill in the cracks, whether you use clay or gold. That the five of us, to borrow a movie quote, complete each other. Our strengths are covered by, cover each other's weaknesses. Our flaws are covered by others' advantages. This group has great potential.
And I think as Duran sort of
Fucking
talks
Steve,
about
sorry.
like giving this part of like the explanation about staying close to humanity, I think Jude takes Mordecai's hands and looks at him sort of with her eyes sort of wide, and she's like, I'm scared about you. I'm afraid you're slipping away. And she kind of like puts a hand on his face, which I'm assuming is starting to look
Really gaunt.
kind of more pretty
really
corpse-like.
Kind of.
And kind of just feels his like cheekbone and just be like, you have to stay here with us, with me. Duran's right. We need all of us together. And I know you do your own thing, but I don't want you to fall in too dark.
Do we want to make this place better for just us, or do we want to make it better for the mortals as well? Because that's been my aim. That's been my aim all along. Make the technology, write the code, bring them the answers that will help propel them, help them make better choices, potentially have medical advancements. Because between the five of us, we have decades and decades of experience with various areas. Put it all together and we can actually do something good.
Yeah. Maybe. Can we get out of here though? Like for real, can we leave?
I smell dead people.
Anybody who's down, you might want to avail yourselves of a nip before you walk out.
It is.
I didn't
really wanna
think there
jump
was
out the
anybody
window.
around to do such a thing.
Yes, no, not the place. Why don't we well, at
No.
least it's not the place for me. If it's the place for you, that is fine. I don't think I can eat here.
I don't want to do it here.
Appetite.
And Jude is just gonna start like walking out of the doorway to the room and just heading back to the elevator, I think.
Yep. I'm going to pick up the shotgun, re-sling it, put the jacket back on over top. I'm going to pick up the burnt t-shirt and stuff it in a pocket because one does not leave behind one's DNA.
Abigail, can you do something about the data on the cameras?
What do you want to make this place better for just us, or do we want to make it better for the mortals as well?
Do something about the data on the cameras. Can you do something about the data on the cameras? Can you do something about the data on the cameras? Can you do something about the data on the cameras? Can you do something about the data on the cameras? Can you do something about the data on the cameras? Can you do something about the data on the cameras? Can you do something about the data on the cameras? Can you do something about the data on the cameras? Can you do something about the data on the cameras? Can you do something about the data on the cameras? Can you do something about the data on the cameras? Can you do something about the data on the cameras? Can you do something about the data on the cameras? Can you do something about the data on the cameras? Can you do something about the data on the cameras? Can you do something about the data on the cameras? Can you do something about the data on the cameras? Can you do something about the data on the cameras? Can you do something about the
Yes, absolutely. Storyteller, one
You know
last
the
roll.
role.
Guy goes in the.
I'm gonna burn a willpower because screw this.
Just take half.
It is.
Should be
it's
enough.
close to the
Actually, you
end.
know what? Screw it. Yeah. Why don't I
You
just
got
take
like
half?
11,000
No.
dice.
You can't take half because
Oh.
Duran's gonna point at Mordecai, and then Mordecai's gonna point at you, and then you're gonna point at Ja, and then everybody gets free willpower or whatever.
What?
No, I'm just messing.
Is that how that works?
Okay,
So
storyteller, it's
you
9
gotta
dice,
take
so we
your
have 4
thing.
successes. 9 dice, 4 successes. We'll just do it that way then. Yeah, you're right.
Easy
I should
enough to
just take
do.
half.
Yeah.
I forgot. I'm gonna take out my little Fujifilm camera and take a picture of Giancarlo, so I've got something to send to the family, as beyond just the type clip.
Just as a,
And then just
odd-
you know what? I know it's Sabbat craziness out there and things are falling apart, but I'm going to call the number I call for cleanup,
all right.
and I'm going to see if I get an answer.
Hello.
See, it's Duran Giovanni. You are operating.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a busy night.
I can imagine. What's the name of the hotel again?
The Fairmont.
The Fairmont Hotel, 14th floor. This room, personal. Make it all clean and sparkle. This one's a family member.
All right.
Yeah, whatever's left, you'll see the suit. You can't miss it. Make sure it gets back to Venice. All the rest, just make it like nothing ever happened here.
Understood.
Bueno. Grazie.
You have my sympathies.
Grazie. I appreciate that. I'll make sure that Venice gets a 5-star. And hang up.
Yeah, they pretty much do the same.
Well, that's a surprise. I like it.
Mordecai takes one last, somewhat longing look at the balcony.
The fires are starting to die down a little bit.
It still doesn't mean I should jump out the window.
I mean, it doesn't say you shouldn't jump out the window.
Jude's being all emotional in retrospect. I was like, all right, fine. I probably shouldn't jump out the window then.
Or you could wait till Jude's outside and then jump out the window.
I actually am about to make a phone call, so this would be the best time if you really felt the need.
John Mordecai go full rush hour.
Now I want to do it. Damn it.
Jude, as she's like going to the elevator, wants to call. Would I be calling Resica or the shop or for Gretchen updates?
It'd be Reska.
Okay, so
they went there.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Just wanted to make sure. So Jude wants to call over there.
It rings a few times. Then you hear, hello.
Hey, it's Jude.
What's the password?
And Jude will like put the phone on mute. Duran, I'm there. I just want to see how Gretchen's doing. They want a password on the phone.
See, Duran is wearing. What was it? It wasn't Hugo Boss. Oh, Duran is wearing Armani currently.
Okay.
Actually, it's not quite the password. She'll get the chuckle. Tell him I'm wearing. What is this? Gucci?
Yeah, it's Gucci.
See, tell them I was wearing Armani, but now apparently I'm wearing Gucci. And tell them Duran said that's the new password.
Okay, so I'll unmute the phone.
Duran says the new password is.
And I'll say, Duran is wearing Armani, or he was wearing Armani, but now Duran is wearing Gucci, and he says that's the new password.
Is he all right?
Abigail shakes her head and is like, literally, that's not how security works.
Or Abigail's head. Like, what the fuck?
Is he all right?
And I
Um,
imagine that I could just hear that if she's holding the phone like that.
Wearing
and
Gucci. No.
loudly is
no.
like, see, I am fine, except I am wearing Gucci, but it's Lucille Ball, so it's okay, Gucci.
Resic is confused.
Okay, so how is Gretchen doing?
She's fine.
Okay, so everything was cool over there at the shop the rest of the night?
Yes.
I'm just looking at Duran like, why am I getting this like sigh and like attitude?
How much have you learned about Ron Perlman tonight?
Too much.
Yep.
Yeah, welcome to my world, okay? So I appreciate you having her there, and I will retrieve her at my earliest convenience.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye.
Yeah, it hangs up.
See, that is going to be an embrace that is going to have to happen. I will tomorrow night. Gretchen can sleep comfortably in my panic room. Tomorrow night when we rise, I will walk her over personally to Sandwich. And then you can discuss with her setting up a haven and introducing her to Chantry and all the other fun stuff.
Yeah. I gotta do all that.
See.
So yeah, you just continuing to the elevator then.
I'm going to kick on Sway by Dean Martin on the MP3 player as I head to the elevator. It beats whatever the heck is trying to play over the speakers here.
Sorry.
I think you're muted, Steve.
It is really bad, like classical, like Chumbawamba mashup music. Like, it's disturbing. So everyone's making their way to the elevator and such.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think both Jai and Mordecai kind of look longingly out the window.
I'll do it if you do it.
Single tear.
Single blood tear.
Oh, you're right.
Almost get to the elevator as the doors start to close. The two bolt for the end of the hallway.
Yeah.
See, now you're making me want to do it. We roused all the blood and everything, and now we're not going to do it.
Fuck it, YOLO, let's go.
Race you to the bottom.
Survive the Sabbat attack.
And then
jumping
yeah.
off the building.
And then the doors close. So it's just Abigail and Jude and Duran. And I'm just going to look at the two of them and go, and sometimes being a human means being a little childish and having a little fun. I support this.
I used to be pretty good at
Since
that.
we hear that in the
actually.
earpiece.
Yes, you would actually.
Sit where fun.
I had Kevin send over a PS5 for the sandwich so that if you want, you can have some fun down there. And there's also a few in the chantry. So, you know, if you want to have some childish fun, by all means.
Yeah, I want that
Video
new
games are for
Spider-Man
adults,
game.
damn it.
I totally superhero landing.
I think we should also the basement of the sandwich is kind of haphazardly put together as several things. I think we should sit down and actually build a plan for it as a backup place for all of us to sleep and be safe.
Yeah,
As much
that's
as
a good idea.
Senora Jude, it is your domain. It is one of the most protected spaces in the city. We left it because we needed to to see things done. But now that I'm thinking about it, it's not currently the best, but I think with a little work we could make it the best, and including this PS5 thing and a sleeping space, and as well as the working on the mental work for Senior Cato and whatever else needs to be done down there. I think that we should. It's already warded against anything to us. We still have to figure out about those damn Nagaraja that Senor Baron Vincent mentioned.
I forgot about
Oh,
that.
if I find out they're behind this, I am going to raise the city flat.
Please don't. I mean, haven't
Only in the
we
area that the
already...
Nagaraja are. See.
Oh,
see.
okay. All right. Because
See.
I mean, we do have some nice buildings in Vancouver. It's not like it's.
I will restrict the raising to a 30-meter radius around the Nagaraja. I will just bring such a level of hell upon them that they will wonder that they did not know the definition before. But see that. And there's still the whole the ghoul at the art gallery, the art auction. Why is it I'm the only Giovanni that can come to Vancouver and not end up missing or dead?
Well,
Yeah.
This is starting to feel really weird.
I have a sword.
they're also jumping.
But
off the
yeah,
building.
Duran, you're right though. I want to make it safe for all of us and a place that we can always feel okay. And I mean, I know like practical things have to be done to make it safe and stuff, but like I don't know, maybe you could like help me like with interior design. Maybe it could look nice also.
See?
Eventually.
Indeed, I know some people.
Yeah, just figure maybe it could be at least somewhere nice to look at and comfortable to be in.
See, comfortable. That is the important part. Just because it's a bolt hole doesn't mean it needs to be cement and steel like a bolt hole. It can be all comfortable pillows and nice draperies.
Or are you guys
exactly.
gonna actually hit the button on the elevator, or what's taking so long?
Oh, yeah,
they're
no,
pretty much at
on
the
our way
bottom
down.
at this
Yep.
point.
I assumed, my bad. I assumed I hit it.
John
We're having this
Mordecai.
conversation and drowning us
As
in music.
we're
I figured you're just doing it all
Descending.
the way down. Yeah.
Yep.
The
John
music
Mordecai,
playing.
give me
Mhm.
a Dex and Athletics.
Can we add our potence to this? Because this would be an excellent feat of
storming
strength.
the castle.
You very much cannot at the moment. Add it to successes.
That's not it.
Add
Yep.
potence to successes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're trying to not die. I'm guessing. I
Nine.
don't know. You just jumped off a 14th floor building.
I gotta leave a crater.
Right?
9
That's
successes.
how you.
Sound of them ASMR level up dice.
If we add the potence, that is 8 successes.
Slices through a car on its way down.
Mordecai, you would take 2 superficial. Ja, you
Okay.
would take 3.
Ow.
It doesn't entirely hurt on the way down, but yeah, it's definitely.
It's the adrenaline.
Yeah.
This is why I gotta eat fortitude.
It's gonna suck tomorrow. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
good.
And we're hearing this on the earpieces now.
Oh. You ever do something and then you're thinking right at the 3 seconds into it, you're like, maybe this wasn't a great idea.
It's not the best. Yeah. Mhm.
This was an awesome idea. I'm doing it again.
Wow, Mordecai with a bad idea.
Wow. Wow.
Ouch.
Speaking
Savages
of not
are
that
out.
idea. As soon as they get down to the bottom and we all meet outside, come with me. And I head 3 blocks to the west. Go to a building. It's otherwise unremarkable. Type in a succession of numbers into a keypad, which opens the door. Basically, take them up to the penthouse. casa su casa. I had this place organized for me in the event that I was not able to get back to the mansion. It is secure. It is off the books. So not even a very talented hack mistress could put my name on this place.
As Senior Cato said
Challenge
about
accepted.
as Senior Cato said about my suits, having a backup to the backup is very wise. So having our own havens, the mansion, the chantry, and having the basement at Sandwich, and having this place. Very, very
Yeah.
important. However, I do need to get home to handle things
I need
because
to actually get
it is the only place I can make certain phone calls from.
When we entered Storyteller, was there anyone else here?
There was not.
Fuck. Okay. Mordecai's getting visibly agitated at this point.
And that's when you actually get the text of the
Oh,
all
fuck.
clear. It's only been a couple hours, man. Chill out.
Yeah, we're still on night 1. It's 9 hours of play for night 1.
Look, I
For
spent
us.
3 XP into you. You mean a lot to me.
So real.
It's
That's
like
so
Jingle
much
All the Way.
XP.
That all takes place in 24 hours somehow.
Yep.
It's like that.
So I
Okay.
still
Put the
need to get
cookie
to them.
down now.
I need to get to them. They need to come back here. So
See, I will remember this place and very much see. I should say that tomorrow we take care of our own things as best we can. Senior Cato and Senora Abigail, you had mentioned going out and doing some stuff, sword training on Sabbat. I'm going to be dealing with family things for the most part. Resica, I will tomorrow make a point to walk Gretchen over to Sandwich. And
let me
then-
know if anyone wants a place
See,
in here
I-
to make
I-
their own.
I think
you-
we should all get together either here or at Sandwich in 2 days if we can. If the city is starting to settle down, 2 days should give us 2 nights should give us enough of an idea as to what's going on.
The code to get in is 36. All right, you can guess it. Fine. It's fine.
Right. Well, Mordecai, it is appreciated. I
See.
do need to get the Baron back, though,
Yep.
because the Baron was supposed to drop off Gretchen and all them. I just want to make sure the Baron's okay now, before we and fed, because if
Oh,
we're
please,
going
he's
to
gonna
take
roll
him
over our random corpse. Will be fine. He'll be fine.
Well, yes, but
He popped
you
out his own
know.
dents when we pulled him out of a building. He'll be
People
fine.
make delicious speed bumps.
He is special, and we want him taken care
Okay,
of.
Mordecai, I would like to go inside and to lay down or something now.
See,
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so Jude is gonna stay there in this place of Mordecai's this evening.
Senora
I'm pretty
Duncan,
sure I
I
broke my
will.
kneecaps.
Senora Duncan, I will. Within the next night, tomorrow.
Yeah, good luck with everything.
Grazie.
I will head over with you, Duran, so that I can pick up the Baron,
See.
and then we can go our separate ways.
So, Abigail and Duran make it over to Duran's shop /
Yep.
safe
No
house.
safe. Yeah,
Or
the safe house on. Yeah. The Haven.
The Baron is there, and Abigail is easily able to get the Baron and head over to adjacent. But
Last week.
yeah, which happened It's on
Wait,
YouTube.
what?
Whatever.
YouTube.
YouTube. So, Duran, when you go into the safe house, I'm assuming through several different locked doors, several different means of getting through things like a giant brass key and a bunch of other things, Ressica stops you as you come in, and she is... You can tell that she kind of has her, business face on, but she's kind of rattled a little bit. I should take your gun.
Why? Who am I going to want to shoot?
I should take your gun.
I'm just not gonna shoot anyway. It's bent.
Well, here's the shotgun. I'll take the 1911 out and I will put it down on a sideboard. I will leave the pistol there. I do not promise I won't kick somebody in the nards.
You should probably prepare yourself. And she pulls back kind of the curtain in the one area, and you see the woman that was on that security feed that Abigail gave to you. And she stands up and kind of pulls the hoodie back, and she goes, "Hello, cousin. It's been a long time." And that's where we're going to end this episode.
Because the death hasn't stopped yet.
Yeah. So, thank you everybody for watching. It's appreciated. Thanks for any of the bits or any of the subscriptions.
I'd just like to point out, Duran hasn't actually moved away from his gun. Just throwing that out there for you. There.
He is not.
Don't need it. Really don't need it.
So, thank you everybody for watching. We are going to raid over to Philly by night after this, and Prince is going to do another one of those quick changes, and we're going to see if they are back from
As it happens,
future.
This is our last episode of this season as well.
Everybody's wrapping up all the seasons for this particular thing. All right, so
Yeah.
Let's do some quick outros, and then we can get you over to see if the Philly by Night coterie is returned back from the future. Maybe? No, not giving me any info. Okay.
What?
I was seeing if the Philly by Night guys have come back from the future yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. No.
I'm finally paying attention, and the answer is no.
All right, so
I zoned out for a minute. I'm sorry. It's been a long
It's all good.
convention weekend.
Yeah.
it's been one of those, yeah. So let's go in reverse order, and let's start off with Cliff.
Well, hey, ladies and gentlemen, and folk and people on all the areas of the spectrum and wrap right around to the middle. Thanks very much for tuning in. My name is Cliff. You can find me on the interwebs under the Vintage Self in a variety of places. In the new year, you will be able to find me on Wednesdays. I think that's the date we'll be returning to with Storytelling the Motley over in the Changeling 20th anniversary or whatever it is, Chronicle Tales from the Rookery, Toronto by Day. You'll find me here when we return in the new year with a brand new season, and we'll have to see who's going to be shoveling up what's left of Vancouver. And potentially you'll find me over on Prince William by night doing some stuff over there with those people. They are fantastic on Monday nights. And who knows what other odds and ends and bits and pieces and one shots I'll get up to over the holiday season. But thank you very much for viewing. Check out all of our stuff. These guys are going to tell you some amazing things to look into just right over there. And yeah, that's me.
And Sarah.
Hey, my name is Sara. I play Jude. You can find me on Twitter at MC Diabetes. I'm a creative partner at Martlet Games. Like many of the channels, our stuff is wrapping up for the December season. You would have seen the finale for Terminal Black this week on Monday. I believe Psychopomps, our All Hakata Vampire Chronicle, will be wrapping up their first season as well. So other than that, just keep an eye on the Martlet Games social media and you'll see what we're doing, what we have coming up. I'm really excited to get back into the storyteller seat in the upcoming year. So I'm hard at work through this holiday writing for multiple projects that I'll be storytelling. Looking forward to that. And I would just like to make a point to say that Jude is ruining all of Mordecai's pillows with her blood tears because she's gonna cry until she goes to sleep. So sorry. Other than that, yeah, just follow me on Twitter. You'll see what I'm doing. Had a blast this season. Thanks everybody so much for watching. And please take care over the rest of the year. Thanks.
Wow, Sarah, tag that, like, put a pin on that one with a little bit of a downer. Jeez.
Jude's emotional. I'm not going to apologize for that.
And I wouldn't ask you to. No, I'm just like, wow, that's a bit of a downer. End out the season. So, Mike.
Yeah, she's gonna have to explain that to Alexia, who's the one that actually straightens Mordecai's tie and keeps him on the up and up. So Mordecai has no, it's like, oh, well, I guess we'll just throw them out and get another pair, buy another set. I don't know, it's only money. Me, you can catch my pre and post COVID cosplay adventures at Canadian Captain America on Instagram and TikTok. I'm starting to do all the TikToks, it's just not very quickly and not very well. And not very advertisingly yet. So back off. And CDN Captain America on Twitter, where I mainly just talk D&D shit and the occasional political post because I'm that kind of weird. You can catch me on Sunday afternoons at 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. playing in a Phandalin by Night D&D 5th edition game with Sara, the Brawling Tremere, and Tuesday nights, which is tomorrow night for us, which is 5 days ago when you're watching this. You can catch us wiggly, timey wimey. Catch myself and Storyteller Steve playing in my game of Would Be Heroes, which is another 5th edition D&D game. They're now cleaning up the mess and helping the city restore itself to great. Did you seriously freeze like that?
No.
Okay. That was really good. Because I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
Well done.
Because I was like,
What? That was really good. Well done. Yeah. And occasionally you will catch me guesting in other games like the Changeling one coming up in the new year, I guess, at this point, I think. Yeah, that's it for me. Other than that, Mordecai is very relieved to be able to have his track to humanity back restored to him. So thank you, Storyteller.
Yeah, that's not going to happen that quick. Nice try, though. Yeah, it's going to take a lot less diablerie. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, it didn't work well for me at all, so I'm not going to do it anymore.
He's gone at least 3 episodes with diablerizing now.
Right?
It's been
Maybe
one
4?
night.
Okay, yeah, one night, but still.
I mean,
And
episodes, nights, whatever.
Prince.
Hey, everybody, I'm Prince, aka Dimples and Dice. If you notice my voice has been shot, well, that's because I spent my time at a convention this past weekend, and I was talking a lot. But if you saw me at PAX Unplugged, and I don't remember who you are, I'm sorry. I talked to a lot of people, but y'all are dope. It was a great time to be there. I talked to a bunch of amazing people. I'm looking forward to the projects that I'll potentially be working on people with in the new year. But in the meantime, projects that I'm working on right now, you can catch me over on Karen Comfort Studios on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. for Camp Half-Blood, a Percy Jackson themed game in the demigod system. And it is awesome. I play a son of Hades who is a weird kid. It's the best I could say about him. He's a weird kid. He's kind of obsessed with death, but not because he wants to be, but because of his family responsibility. Anyway, you can also catch me on Cyberpunk Red, Trauma Team Chronicles over on Roll News 20s, Wednesday nights at 7:30. You should be coming back this week, so that'll be a great time because we were off because I was away. And then on Saturday, tonight, for Philly by Night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. This is our finale as we go on break because our next 2 episodes would be on Christmas and New Year's Day, and that's not happening. So we'll see y'all on, I believe, the 8th when we come back for that. So do check us out and check out my Twitter because there's more stuff coming for the new year.
And last but certainly not least, Joanna.
Hello, my name is Joanna, and you will find me on Twitter at Hyrule Gardner. You will find me on the Changeling Games on Wednesdays, playing Lara Applewood. And since I don't have much to say other than, random occasional one-shots here and there, I just want to thank everybody who has supported us and watched all of our shows throughout season 2, throughout this season of Vampire. We love you all. And thank you to all of our players here that you see here because they're all amazing. And thank you to the adjacent crew, as much as this crew seems to, in character, of course, not like them, but we love adjacent. So so thank you to Brennan, to Sam, to Lex, to Zach, to Sam, and to Patrick. That's it, right?
Yeah.
I got them.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So thanks to Jason, and thank you to both of the D&D crews, and that's about it. So happy that we were able to do so much great stuff for this season, and we love you all.
And the Changeling group and the 2 D&D
Oh
groups.
yeah, I always forget. This is why I should write this stuff down.
You did say D&D.
You did say
but I
D&D.
didn't say Changeling. I
Only
said
on
I
us
was in
Ultramarines.
Changeling, so definitely the Changeling crew. So we've got Kitty, we've got
She clearly
Rose,
has her
we've got
favorite stuff.
Kitty, Rose. I'm gonna have to start again. Kitty, Rose, Anita, and Crystal. Yes, Kitty, Rose, Anita, Crystal, and obviously Storyteller Cliff. And so thank you
And special
to
guest
all the
Mike.
players, and occasionally Mike, and the D&D crew, which they are so big that I can't remember all of their names, but that's just because I'll shut up now. Go,
Imagine
Steve.
how I feel.
The Fandolin crew knows they're loved, and they're
We
awesome.
love them. Yes.
Yeah.
And the would-be heroes peoples who are bumbling our way through everything. And I am Storyteller Steve, and if you think that I'm going to be able to remember everybody's names that participates in Vancouver by Night, you would be sorely mistaken, because I can barely remember my own name most days. So, thank you to all of our awesome shows, Would Be Heroes, Fandolin by Night, Changeling, Toronto by Day, Tales from the Rookery, everybody who's on screen
Skin Deep.
here.
Skin Deep. Let's not forget Skin Deep.
Skin Deep with Lex, which is up for an award for Most Evil DM for Lex.
Hey,
I cried so many times, so you know it's real.
I forgot.
He's
I
evil.
got our show got nominated for an award too.
It
I
did,
just
yeah.
been
Yeah,
very
it
nice.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hades High.
Yes. Yes.
And
Wholesome moment.
also to the adjacent crew, also nominated for an award for, I believe, Most Feels moment.
Yeah, something about
Yes.
feels, yeah.
Which
Between Elena and Cassandra.
Yeah, if I was reading that part correctly, it was basically the part where Elena killed someone because she had a larger tiara than Cassandra did. Which was, I guess there's some kind of feeling there. It's like loyalty, I guess.
It's on brand.
But,
I don't
yeah.
know.
But yeah, I
don't know
love
how I
those
feel about
guys.
that.
They're awesome. I love these guys on screen. You're all awesome. The would-be heroes, Fandolin, Changeling, Skin Deep, all of you are amazing. We may have some stuff coming up in the new year that we can't discuss quite yet. But yeah, it's going to be quite the year. We've grown a lot this year, and we're going to be just, adding a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more, and we'll eventually get up to I don't know, 100 average viewers or something, maybe. Anything's possible.
I don't know how I feel about that tiara moment.
uh,
Because
so,
Mordecai went out of his way to get the biggest tiara he could find.
that wasn't that tiara.
Yeah, that was a
Oh,
different
okay.
tiara moment.
Yeah, this is a different tiara.
Yeah.
There's so many tiaras.
okay,
So
good.
many
So
tiaras.
many
apparently.
tiaras.
I
in
appreciate
adjacent.
Elena's gesture.
Yeah.
No, they're-
But
So, thank you all for watching. We are going to get you over to Rolling These 20s in just a couple seconds. And we will see you in the new year. Have a Merry Christmas, everybody, or whatever it is you happen to celebrate, and a Happy New Year. And we will see you in the first week of January. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
And